You are now listening to Nerd Rage Radio with Bobby Skullface and Adam Russman. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only and may not fit with your sensitive sensibilities. You may be a victim of meaningless outrage, or you may, in fact, be a big ninny pants. If this is the case, please feel free to turn it off now. This is no country for Minnie McNinny pants. So crack open the Mountain Dew. Make sure the cheese doodles are super fresh. We're in your mother's basement. It's Nerd Rage Radio.
Here we are again. Episode 200 of Nerd Rage Radio. Goddamn.
Another one. Double tapped it. Dude, they're lucky I never got on the internet with these first-person shooter games.
Yeah.
Because I would be fucking terrorizing these children. Dude, I would find out exactly where they respawn.
Dude, my brother and I were just talking about GoldenEye.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So the first level of GoldenEye,
Yeah.
I was notorious for the proximity mines where the respawn areas were and just run back and forth, recharge them. And you just blow up, run over there, put one over there, you blow up again.
My brother was super nice with
Oh,
GoldenEye
man.
as well.
This sounds like I would have hated you as a child, Adam.
You hate me now, Chris. So not much has changed.
Debatable, but
Not much has changed.
a lot of people think we hate each other.
Do they?
Yeah, I get
Really?
that.
Really?
Are you and Adam cool? Yeah.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah. I am the heel, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm the tweener. And the guy with the mask is a baby face. And
Yeah.
and this dude, the Asian guy, just does a bunch of flips and karate kicks.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're the stereotype.
Okay. I can't believe we're here.
Yeah.
And everybody's here, except for Black Phillip, because
Well, it's only right that he's not.
I'm not sure
It would be weird if he was here.
if anybody's been looking on Fox News and looking for a white Bronco. He might be in that white Bronco.
We don't know where he's at right now.
We don't know where he's at.
He might be in Cambodia.
He might be in
leave it at
Cambodia.
that.
That's what I thought he was doing.
I thought he had a pre-existing condition.
Right now, he is restocking the paper towels in your Exxon. And you were like, who the fuck does this job? That's Black Phillip.
Why are Exxon bathrooms so trash, man?
Dude, I ever tell you about the time I shipped one? It's terrible.
I thought you don't even shit anywhere.
Let's get this episode done right.
Is that what scarred you for life, to not shit anywhere else?
So, no,
Did you do the Asian style, like stand on the seat?
No, I built a little nest.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we squat, man.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's
the
the proper way
Macy's
to
But
do
you
it.
in New
squat
York
like
City.
on the driveway, like just to chill.
Yeah.
Like we were talking
Squat there.
outside, out back, and you were just, and I was like, oh my God, he's hitting it right now.
Put on his phone on nonchalant.
Do you ever feel like you should be smoking a cigarette when you do that?
I do it all the time. Like, I quit smoking a long time ago, but I never lost the feels.
And what kind of cigarette would it be? Marlboro Light.
Yep.
It's the only type of cigarettes I've ever seen Asian people smoke.
Marble light or camel light? I'm not that
Oh,
big
the
in.
long ones. I've seen the ladies hit the long ones.
The ladies.
The skinny long?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've never seen
the
it.
slims.
the vagina slimes?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I never
Tell
heard
him,
man.
of the
Tell him,
vagina
Joe.
slimes.
Let me have
The
Marlboro
ladies
Light.
hit the...
Yeah.
Marlboro.
The
Marlboro
hundreds.
Light.
Marlboro.
A big thing happened in the Chinese community recently, Joe. I'm not sure if you witnessed it.
That's a big thing in Hong Kong. I know that.
No, in America.
Oh.
Jen and China Max squashed their beef. You see that, Manny? Yes. Dude, it's pretty powerful. I was like, God bless.
I'm sorry, what is this now?
So you remember Jen, right? I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
teach you how to talk Chinese. But that was
Yeah.
like,
Oh, that
yeah.
guy.
He was also...
You know, I battled him in real life.
Did you really?
Yep, in New York, years and years ago.
That's crazy.
And he fucking humiliated me.
Is that why he was in Too Fast, Too Furious and you weren't?
Yeah.
And then you weren't Puerto
No,
Rican.
dude, here I am, bro.
And you weren't
I'm on
Puerto
the Murder Rage episode 200.
And you weren't Puerto Rican.
Big money.
There's that.
That's also true.
Yeah.
So what happened was the first battle, the first what do they call it? 1-2 round.
Wow, you're gone.
No, I'm not. I'm just excited. So I said, I was talking about like just bars, right? Okay. He kind of pissed me off in the first round. So in the second round, I started talking murder shit, right? And then he came back in the third round. I won the second round. He won the first round, and he came back in the third round, and he was like, what do you want? I don't understand your lines. Are you into rhymes or crimes? Put lipstick on your forehead. Make up your mind. And I was like,
So I'm not familiar with this Bobby Skullface. The
Yes,
battle
this was
rap.
years and years
This is
and years
not Bobby
ago.
Skullface. This is not Bobby Skullface.
Oh, then I know who it was. Then never mind.
This was years and years
I
and years
didn't
ago.
know that was part of the portfolio.
But he was a nice guy. I talked to him afterwards and everything. But he,
Yo, man, I really don't want to kill you. I promise.
so he's like he was born into a life of privilege of sorts, and he got himself mixed up with some Chinatown guys in and he ended up at, I swear to God, this is the name of it. This is not a jab. It's Club Yellow in Chinatown.
Oh, shit.
And you know what I'm talking about, right? And
Exactly, though.
he was in there, and China Mac was in there. China Mac's like a gangster. Like he's like
Official.
insane.
Official.
He's insane.
Yeah.
And he didn't even know who Jin was. And somebody came up to him and was like, "Hey, that's Jin. He fucked so-and-so's girlfriend." He's like, "Let's go fuck him up." And like they went after him, and they got into some scuffle, and China Mac ended up shooting his buddy LS, or he was a rapper too, I think. Yeah, then he went away for 10 years. He did a decade in the joint, and then got out, and and then they had like a sit down. They talked about it. They're like, look, I'm sorry, I had other things on my mind. Like it was fucking crazy. It was like
They had a parlay.
yeah.
That was because this other.
This is Manny, by the way. We got tons of people here tonight. We should introduce them, but go ahead.
What's his name was going on different podcasts trying to apologize. Reached Jin. Jin went
To Hong Kong.
right, but he went religious.
Yes, that's a fact.
Even though he
He's
went religious,
definitely-
he still wasn't fucking with this dude.
Some would say he dabbled with the cross.
Well done. Well done. Well
And he
done.
went around to try to contact him because he wanted to apologize. You could tell he didn't say it, but you could tell. And then all of a sudden, when they did this big meetup, it was a big deal
Did
because
you
it
say
looked like
big meetup like at McDonald's?
I think so. It was like Wendy's or something.
All right.
And that's how it happened because it looked like Jin wasn't fucking with him at all. But without saying it,
You know, like
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think he
Without-
wanted to keep his distance,
Right,
and I
because
think
he went- he went holy.
Yeah.
there's like 8 people that listen to this that have any idea what the fuck. we're
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
love
Yeah.
that we get comments on YouTube right now, and it's like when you guys talk about rap music, I have no idea what you're talking about, any of it.
Neither do I.
Listen,
The rest of
You
us,
know,
we listen. We just like
if we can
yes.
touch one person,
That's when I just turn off.
So I forget where we were before
for all
that.
those 8 Weeks fans.
Yeah,
all 8
All
of them.
three.
all three of them. We got a ton of people here.
Yeah, we do.
So we have the regular cast.
So should we pass the mic around?
I think we should try to pass the mic
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
All right, let's you want to do the core?
No.
Start on the outer rim?
Yeah, outer rim.
Okay.
It's all about the rim job. Start off with.
Yes, it is.
They're people, and their name's Anakin.
Facts.
Well, some of these rims are a little closer than others, so
What?
Real?
you know.
That's a fact.
No, like we have some
right.
we have some regulars and not so regulars.
God damn it, Dante! You get the microphone, the one we're passing around. Stop looking at your phone.
Fucking whine about me being loud.
You were loud. Like,
I was about to get
it's like I'm in a-
choked.
it's like I'm in a theater with
It
you.
was like a side choke.
That was a poor placement.
He's already punched me once.
I don't fucking remember that.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
It was fun. I probably deserved it.
Shane deserved it.
Well, I'm sure Shane deserved it.
I'm not sure Shane does.
I didn't deserve it either.
He fucking prank called my grandma.
Okay, yeah, he deserved it. But it was,
He deserved
I was just
more.
talking about.
it was-
I was just talking about Star Trek.
Trees didn't deserve it.
You deserve to get punched if you're talking about Star Trek.
Trees did not deserve it.
By association.
I might have drank your beer.
I don't know what that means.
By proxy.
I think I might have drank your
He
beer.
was there. He shouldn't have been there.
No, trees was moving your risk pieces.
Oh, no. Okay, no. Yeah, no, he definitely deserved it. I said, don't touch my fucking pieces. And I said it nicely, too.
No.
Like, because I was like, don't touch my
You
pieces.
gave him a warning,
and that
Dante.
was polite.
Dante, you gave him a warning, but it's not a fair thing to get smacked in the face over. Like,
It's an escalation.
you know what I mean? Like, it's like, look, man, I don't like people serving me my chicken. I'm giving you a warning. Somebody says, no, have another piece, and puts it, and you just smack the shit out of him. It's like, that's unkind.
Okay. So with that though, I gave him the warning. I said, "Don't touch my pieces." I said it politely.
Yeah.
So then
I was there.
after he.
Remember, Shane was like, "You're making it real weird," and I was looking at him like, "Fucking, you're making it weird for you. What the fuck are you? This ain't your bag."
So we rolled a dice. I rolled a 3. He rolled a 5.
He remembers.
He wrote a fuck.
He wrote a fucking 5. That's what he wanted to say.
He flung my piece.
Flung it. Flung it. He flung your piece.
I don't think he was.
He flung it.
He was.
What?
He flung it. No. I could see him. I could see him be like this. Like this.
He
People
picked
were
it up.
People were roll like it was just those two left. So it was like, you know how it is when it's just the two
I
people.
get it, I get it.
Roll, boom, roll, move, roll, move, roll, move, roll, move, roll,
I
move.
get it. Calm down.
And
Take a breath.
Dante wasn't feeling the vibes.
Yeah.
on the
Well, this
on
is
the move.
also
It was a
probably
3.
the furthest I've ever made
He had a
it because
3.
most times I go kamikaze and just try to fucking
You fuck the
destroy the
table up.
board
Yeah,
and say
yeah.
fuck y'all, and then I go drink beer. But this time I was in it to win it. I said, "Don't touch my pieces," politely.
That's because you were very close to winning.
Well, yeah. So I was like, "Well, fuck it, let's go all in."
I think Trees won that night.
No, well,
But he lost.
I'm gonna put it this way.
But he lost.
I won.
But he lost.
You can't get slapped in the face and win.
So he flung my piece, and I had to. Well, I had
Dante
look,
hit him so hard he got herpes. You asked for this.
He
Is it
he
everything
got
you ever wanted?
everything that he just like. He earned that smack.
Hey, you know what? Jesus will forgive me. Continue.
Oh, you're on it. You're on it. I'll give you your flowers while you can smell them.
All right.
You're earning that spot over there, Adam.
All right,
You're earning it.
Well, last I'm sitting, so.
But yeah, he earned it, and I spit on Brandon Hammond too.
All right, that was Dante, everybody.
Little Brandon?
You got to manage. We need a chord manager here.
Something else I spit on and smacked him too.
Brandon didn't want any trouble either, man. God bless.
Hey, Dante,
matter of
I'm
fact-
okay with you smacking and or right hook punching me. Or maybe it was left. Hold on, let me think.
I don't remember.
It was left. But don't spit on me, man. That ain't cool. If you spit on me, I'm shooting you.
Yeah, because
Facts.
Adam has a germ issue.
I do. That's what it is.
I'm past life.
Hey, I say people spitting on me for special occasions.
Dude, imagine you get
I
into
didn't
your
pay
freak
you.
bag is crazy.
I didn't pay you
if you're
for
like,
that.
spit in my mouth, I'd be like, who is this guy?
It's the new Adam.
Oh, God. My mask of sanity is slipping. All right, Dinosaur Kid.
You need me to hold that?
I got it. I got it.
All right, dinosaur kid.
Hey,
All right.
it's the dinosaur
Wait,
kid
wait.
here.
You're saying the
Turn
spit in
it
the mouth
over
is not
down.
normal?
No, I'm saying it's not normal.
It's not normal. It's not
saying-
normal for what Bobby thinks I would.
I'm saying it's not normal for everybody. I'm saying it's
Definitely
not
for
normal
me.
for everybody.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't even really.
Half this room, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. And
all about it anyway.
I don't know deep enough about of the people in this room to know if you can spit in the mouth or not.
Hey, they don't talk about that in the Bible Belt, all right?
Who's the person you're most curious about in this room, whether or not they've had their mouth spit in?
Just say it.
MP collectors' minds.
That's true.
Same.
At the collector, you look very straight-laced.
Yeah, but it's the straight laced guys. But you know what I mean. As soon as they can let that.
Yeah.
As soon as they
Hey,
can
man.
take. Look,
Dude,
How many,
hey,
how many,
He's got to
how many
be
butt
wild
plugs
as
you own?
fuck in the bedroom.
as soon as he can take that part out of his hair, it's game
Yeah.
on.
He's a Dapper Dan man, goddammit.
Fop.
Uses that Dapper Dan for lube.
We got the dinosaur kid.
What's
Yeah.
up? What's
Fill up in the
up?
room.
That's my new name.
What if he just broke out with that?
That's Bobby's job for the
We need,
animal
we
noises.
need a fucking raptor scream on the cue.
Yeah, where's
should've
the
had
Still
it
don't have
right.
that
Raptor
fucking
scream
soundboard
or
yet.
the T-Rex roar?
I should have had it.
I thought we were.
I want
running the rap-
a Dipliosaurus birthing noise. Do you have that?
Give
does it
me
look like?
a couple days.
They just lay a little egg.
So later.
Oh, for fuck's sake, these ads are killing me.
And, fucking YouTube.
$10 a month.
YouTube is lost.
$10 a month.
Well, for no ads?
Yeah.
Really?
It's almost worth it just for
I'd do it for sure. Phil, do you have any dinosaur knowledge you can drop on us real quick while we're waiting on?
How long you got?
Wow. 2 sentences. 7 words apiece.
Oh, we got it.
That is a cool,
That's good,
that is a
that's
cool
good.
sound.
Yeah. How's life, Phil? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
You happy to be here?
Yeah, of course. This is awesome.
Good.
Phil,
Been waiting for this for a long.
is dinosaurs closer to lizards or birds?
Birds.
There you have it.
All right, good enough. Pass my
Because
man.
birds, nah, I could go in, but I won't take your time.
Hey,
Markets.
choose love.
Go ahead. Mr. Manny, we have Mr. Manny in the building.
Hey,
All the way
what's up?
from New York City. From the
Yes.
BX.
New York City.
Absolutely.
That's a hell of a road trip. Not the biggest road trip we have
It's
in
not
the room.
Massachusetts, but it's still pretty.
Right.
Did you fix some of his gear?
Sure, later.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you
Absolutely.
do for everything.
Yeah, man. I've heard your voice on the phone many times when Bobby's calling for technical support.
You know what I say?
Your call is important to us. Please remain on the line. Your
Hey,
call will be
listen.
answered.
All right,
No
so I
worries
hit
received.
I hit record, but it's still flashing 12 o'clock. Is this right?
How many times does it hit you up at work?
No.
Once or twice.
Nah,
But he's quick. He's
It's
like,
not too bad.
He's like, Bubby, I get off at 1.
Yeah, everything's all right.
Then when I
Food
get
was
on-
delicious, by the way.
Huh?
The food.
Oh, the food was good.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely,
Good,
absolutely.
good.
Fantastic.
Good.
Thank you.
I'm glad to hear it. The whenever Manny and I get on the phone, we always do some super Spanish shit.
Oh, yes.
What's that?
Like-
Bobby's getting better every time.
Yeah,
Do a little hip.
whenever he picks up the phone, I'm like, Manny, buenos días, Manny.
¿Qué pasa, señor Bobby? I try to change it up. Hey, ¿qué pasa, papi?
At first I thought he was like, "Ay, papi."
But I'm like,
Oh, he got excited. You don't know. I said, Bobby, I'll talk to you later, papi. He was like,
Hey, just call me Bobby on that one. But I'm running out of like greetings, like hola, buenos dias. I hit him with the Feliz Navidad like around the season.
Yes, yeah, that was good. That was good. That was nice.
Yeah, 'cause I was running low. I was on E.
Are you rolling your R's though?
No, I'm trash at that.
Yeah.
I can't do that at all.
Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm trash at that. Antonio, and out of the car we have Brad Pitt. He's wearing BCBG, and his beautiful wife Angelina. She's in Christian Dior from head to toe. Oh, who's pulling him now? It looks like it's Antonio de Banderas. Like, you know, you put
shit.
too much sauce on that shit.
All right.
funny.
Next on deck.
Even farther away.
We got to give credit to Tyler, man.
Yeah, I was not expecting
I
to see him
had
at
no
all.
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
credit.
man, dude, that fucking Toy Detox episode 100 is amazing.
They're recording it tonight, actually, but he came here instead.
They're actually celebrating 100 weeks between episodes. But Tyler was here for episode 100.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were doing episode 200, I hit him up and I was like, "Hey, man, I just want you to know, I don't expect you to show up to this shit. I won't feel any kind of way."
I'm serving nothing but crab and shrimp.
Yes, we're good. It's a total shellfish extravaganza.
I'm being shellfish. With
Don't
my
feel
shellfish.
obligated. I just want you to know that you're welcome.
Yeah.
And here he is.
It's fucking awesome, man.
God damn.
See, but you got me doing. You made the track.
I know you haven't recorded a podcast for a while. You got to put the mic up to your mouth.
All right, Adam's got jokes. No, everyone has warned me. There's a responsibility of being Bobby's friend.
No.
Yeah,
So when he extends an invite,
facts.
I have to
you
move
better
next door.
show up.
Dude, and I tell you, it's all coming part of my plan. I got Chris to move up here, planted that seed,
Sucker
and
number
Joe
one.
Joe moved next door.
Sucker number two.
So now I can go on vacation.
He's trying to weasel. He's trying to weasel out the back door.
That's right. And I'm.
But I told Tyler, I was like, "Look, this is not. I just want you to know you're welcome. I didn't expect you to come. I told so like I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead. Like I'm going to go. No, I got to keep it. I got to keep it 100 for just a second. 'Cause
But the goal is to surround you by more white bald men, so you feel more at home.
Well, the tiki torches are next. That's what
Wait, Laura said that. I said, well, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, because we were thinking about getting tiki torches outside for the backyard, like just for like an ambiance thing. And Joe was like, "It's too many bald white guys hang out here with a bunch of tiki torches." I was like, "Dude, good
they
point."
won't sell me tiki torches.
Funny tiki torch story. Just I want to hear you say. I'll let you finish.
You let me finish.
But a buddy of mine, retirement, only white guy there. Mm-hmm. And
I saw pictures.
And he handed me the tiki torches to put out. I'm like, what does this mean? What is this? And no bullshit, when I was done, I walked back in the backyard and somebody just got there. They were like, excuse me, I think you're in the wrong place. Like, no.
Did you say everything's A-okay? Did you?
I did.
Sounds like a setup.
I wish I did.
No, he got uppity.
I did.
Every place is the right place for me to be, ma'am.
That's not what happened.
So look, Laura is a saint, but she kind of has like there's people that I've introduced her to that she loves, right? And then there's if it isn't the king of Wakanda himself.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
he's here.
Jesus.
I don't care.
See if there's a chair out there, man. I put an AC unit, but no, you like it hot. Come on, sit over here.
I'm a tropical people.
Get yourself a plate. Get something.
I'm good, man.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, and then there's another seat back
He's
here.
already had his caloric intake for the day.
Just
right.
Look, I'm just driving for a while. I need to stand up.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Thanks.
So, Laura has a kindness to everyone on like a baseline level, and then from that, there's people that she's like, this one I got my eye on, you know. And then there's people that she's like, oh, this one seems all right. But just recently at Skullfest, Tyler won her over. And
Good job.
Getting into that upper echelon is not necessarily easy. So I told Tyler, I was like, look, I want to let you know, you officially won my wife over this year. So then I invited him to this thing, and then he said, I got the impression he was coming. I didn't know. I heard from Chris. Chris was talking like he was coming. So
Sorry, Thunder Thief.
he never confirmed. I just got the impression. So I was talking to Laura about it, and she was like, "He's gonna come all the way for this? Like, it's stupid." And I was like, yeah. I was like, man, honestly, I don't think he's trying to let you down. So yeah, thank you for coming. It is nice. It's always nice to see you. I'm hoping that might be a house going for sale at the end of the street. We talk about it.
Dude, yeah,
There's one in my
people
neighborhood,
they're moving.
Yeah, my Laura, the real estate agent, will get you in there.
I mean, she got me in this house.
Yeah,
She filmed my house too.
We'll go ahead and skip above. I hope you got some questions for black people tonight because
Maybe.
we have to have one.
already.
We have to have one. Actually, I have a question. I have a question for you. I had an interesting. I'm going to link you. You're an iPhone guy.
I am an iPhone guy.
My man, that's right. You just changed over.
I did just change it. I celebrated my year of anniversary a couple months ago.
As soon as I saw that blue text come through on my phone, I pre-ordered the king himself.
Mine came in this week, actually.
Mine comes in Monday.
And my throne comes in Tuesday.
Oh, you should have had Crash Buy. It's all good. It doesn't matter.
We've already established a baseline relationship here. Evan and I, we're just cool. That's all there is to it. Yeah.
We're good.
Thank you for coming, Evan.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate it. And I'll have a question. I'm going to get into it later. But I also have a link to a podcast that I want to put you on to check out one episode. There's some
I
interesting.
listened to it yesterday.
What did you think?
I loved it.
Pretty interesting discussion, right?
What's the name of the podcast?
The Fifth Column.
Okay. I got nothing. I was trying to come up with something.
No, I knew. I wouldn't have said it. If I was slow with the answer, then you would have known there was an out.
I tried.
There's actually some history to that shit too, like the Fifth Column, like some revolutionary shit in American history. Like
If it was about black people, I thought it might be 3/5 of the column, but whatever.
There we go. There we go.
Wow.
All right, pass it on. We also have MP collectors here tonight.
Hey, everyone. Excited to be here.
You might know him from the TFW boards.
Questions from SCU.
So, questions from SCU as well.
You got to hold that mic up to your
It's my
mouth.
weekly obligation.
Don't worry, you'll get herpes.
We've all got it. So
But the good news is
See you now, motherfucker?
you only get it once.
That's true.
MP Collector hit me up and was like, how did it, he was like, I would love to come check out a Nerd Rage episode or whatever.
Right.
But he works a 9 to 5.
Oh.
So I was like, there's no way that's ever going to happen
Never gonna
because we
happen.
don't record during those we record
We
during,
don't have real jobs.
Yeah, we
so.
record during your peak minutes. This is when we record.
That's right.
But
But
then I
all
was like,
that data plan.
correct. But then I was like, fuck, we're going to do one like just this weekend
Yeah.
on a Saturday night, which we never do. So I was like, is it now or never?
Yeah, works perfect.
And here you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sent out the invitation. I'm like, hey, I got to be there.
Perfect. Couldn't ask for better. We have the new show on the Nerd Rage Network, co-host of The Force Sensitive. We have Mr. Gort.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm going to give Gord a round of applause for that idea. That was fucking brilliant. Good shit, man. If you could just get him to shut up.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, well, if he would pipe in every once in a while, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you got to stop letting Bobby talk people into
But
that shit.
what did I tell you? What did I tell you last episode before we recorded? What did I tell you?
Oh, just toss a 1 in the chat.
I was like, send me a 1 in the chat, and I know you got something to say.
Oh, wow. That's a solid strategy.
Paramecium. Anybody who gets that reference, Paramecium, let me know.
I don't even get
It's
it.
a real reference.
Oh, how about that?
Nobody here doesn't know what it is.
It'll be like some dude from the DR.
No. For the DR. So one of my
Dude, I know how it goes down in the DR.
So one of my people just went down to the DR, and I was like, hey, are you going to the DR tomorrow? She said, yeah. Are you gonna bring your own ice and your own liquor? She said, nope, I'm good. I'm like, all right. She was doing constant Facebook updates when she made it back. She's good to go.
Good.
Cheap as fuck right now, apparently.
I'll tell you what. I know a lady. There's somebody else in this room might know the same lady. She went to DR, never looked back. It was a white lady too. I just want to put that out there. I'm not sure that makes a difference, but
Never looked back like she died down there?
oh, I think she lived down there.
Oh, okay. Dude, I know. Like, no bullshit. I know a couple guys that went down there and bought like chalets or whatever. What was it called? Like the bungalows or whatever. What's the word I'm looking for? Villas. That's it. No, it's not a house. House is too small, and just like people like live there with them to entertain them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Kind of what other people are into in Cambodia. But Gort, please continue.
What you got, Gord?
You got to talk more.
What you got?
Speaking of not talking, there was a point in the last episode there on the Force Sensitive, and I was just telling Tyler, you kept trying to jump in, Bobby, and I just kept going. I was on that train.
Doesn't that feel so good?
I know.
I was on that train.
Oh.
It's like climbing up a mountain. It's an achievement.
No, I've spent years listening to everybody interrupt everybody. But when I was listening to that episode, I re-listened to it, and I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
You're like,
I love this
that's
moment.
right. He looked at himself in the mirror and was like, that's you, goddammit.
That's right, motherfucker.
Unlimited.
They're going to hear your voice because you got something to say.
Speaking of something to say.
Speaking of something to say. Man of very few words, but
Those
very
words
many
will come.
actions.
And with
We
those
had the
words-
machine himself, Raul.
Hey, what's up?
There he is. Yeah. That's all
You know
he-
we should hear
that's probably
the
all
next.
he
You know
would
the
say.
next time we should hear. Boom. God damn it! Already.
Dude. My
So
house is not your
wait,
fucking
wash your-
jungle gym.
Wash your wine glasses.
Yeah, no, they don't have stems. You're fine.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the shit.
And then Bobby Skullface.
I'm here.
Chris Pinkerton.
If you're nasty.
Joe KW.
Full agent today.
And I'm Adam Russman. And welcome to Nerd Rage Radio episode 200. Give it up, goddammit. Woo! That's right. We're so shallow, we'll applaud ourselves. All right. So, Bobby.
How was my nerd week?
How was your nerd week?
I started a second channel.
Did you?
It is live as of right now.
Is it fully armed and operational?
It is fully armed and operational. With 2 weeks...
Oh my god.
with 2 weeks worth of material right now.
Because you're not busy enough.
Well, I'm hoping that'll give me the leeway to kind of...
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see. You're probably right. Because what I'll do is I'll procrastinate. I got 2 weeks. I'm going to save this fucking New York City and Spider-Man, goddammit. By the way, I got mad suits. I didn't even realize it. You can go to a screen and you can pick the suits.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm only missing like 5.
There you go.
I got them all. I am
Do you
so
have all
trash.
do you have all the gizmos and gadgets?
Yep, I have all the gadgets. I
Nice.
just got them all because I had none.
Yeah.
But I just got them all because I went through I didn't know you could cycle through these scenes. You just buy them with the stuff you'd earned. So I was like 68% through the game with just the random basics. So I just went through and now I got all the suits. I got all the gadgets. I got all the combos. I got all now the game is a breeze. I'm just
Combo breakers.
I'm just blowing through it.
There you go. Wait till you get to the one with Black Cat. The second one with Black Cat. It's hard as a bitch.
Is that DLC though?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to do all that.
You need to get with the program.
I know. You're right.
Black Cat one is pretty cool.
Dude, I think he saved just the Asian part with the Asian puzzle for when I came over the other day.
Dude, it was weird, man. It was weird.
Me and Krista came
It was
over,
weird.
and he was
You
playing.
know, like as soon as
This is going to be uncomfortable.
as soon as he,
But can you read these characters on the wall? Do you know what this says?
Joe, do you know anything about these birdhouses? There's like a series of birdhouses lined up in a row. That's a language. So, like, I went into the like it was like his office, like the main bad guy, the demon bad guy.
Yeah.
And he's got this piece of art, and it's like a puzzle, and you can move the pieces around.
Did the floor shock you the first time, though?
No.
got out?
No, it was on my shit.
Good.
Yeah. So you can move the pieces around in the puzzle, and like I moved one piece, and Joe was like, "It's a yin yang symbol. Move both pieces to the such and such," and I was like, "Okay." And then I didn't do it 100% right, and he was like, "You don't have the black ball and the white ball lined up," and I was like, "Dude, sorry." I said I was sorry. Okay.
He doesn't know what yin yang looks like.
And then Krista chimed in, and I was like, "Look, you're only half." I said it over my shoulder. I was like, "I only want half your advice right now." But yeah, I'm super far in it.
It's less than 3/5, though. Just FYI. we have our priorities.
I had half of.
Dante, don't get angry next to me, God.
Be
careful.
I apologize.
Yeah,
dude, he's growing.
3/4.
He's growing. He's growing. So I had I'm like 70% through the game, and I have all the side missions done.
Nice.
I'm just kind of working my way through the proper story, and then every now and then they unlock some more shit. But
Yeah.
you know,
Did you catch all the pigeons?
Oh yeah,
The trash.
Yeah.
It's like the worst part.
yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
And I tell you what else I'm not into. I'm not into the time parts. Like I like to work at my own pace.
Yeah.
I mean, like don't time me in a video game.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. Like I don't like to be timed really at anything. Like at max, I'm an 8-minute guy when it comes to intimacy, and I don't really like talking about that either. Like just let it be.
How do you know that?
And then because I keep an eye on it for own personal.
He's waiting for the personal best.
You know, and if you warm it up too much, that's on you. Because the clock started when you started.
That's fair. With that first wet orifice.
Yeah. And
think about it.
And sometimes dry.
Oh my god.
I like the friction.
Yeah, not really, but my dick. I tell you, my dick doesn't know any better.
Peanut butter and sandpaper.
A buddy of mine's on a dating site, Chucky.
I just worked with him yesterday.
Did you? Did you know he's on a dating site?
I did not know.
He's on a dating
Is
site.
it Bumble?
No, it's Cupid.
Okay, Cupid.
Okay, Cupid. And he was showing me like all these people and like, dude, this not for nothing, man. I mean, like, so this dude, this is the ass sliders, dude. Not full on ass burgers, just
again?
ass sliders.
Gotcha. He's not Asperger's, but Asperger tendencies.
Yeah, it's just the ass sliders. It's just a small, single pop.
Gotcha.
He was like
crazy. Man?
So in typical Asperger's kind of swag, he was like, I'm playing the numbers game. If it's a 93% or better, I'm contacting them in terms of my match. And I was like, dude, you gotta live a little.
You got 86.
Yeah, dude, right? 76.
I'd probably go to 69.
But like, just like let it.
Mimosa?
Mimosa Momoa. It's a drink that goes when you drink it. So like,
but only before lunch.
So I was like, man, live a little and fuck with some of these C students. Like,
yeah. What I mean is he looking for a wife or is he looking for a good time?
I think he's looking for a wife.
Oh, that might be the 93.
But he might want to start with the C students.
Yeah,
we had a long conversation about
what
we had a long conversation about what do we offer. We had a long conversation about it, and actually he was. Did
he hit him with a why do we fall?
I should have. So I was talking to him and I was like, man, you ever think about because I can see the tabs. There's tabs and options, and I was like, you ever think about giving the trans game a shot? Like just. And he was like, no. So I was like, let's just see. So I hit.
Let's just call it personal curiosity.
Vicariously.
So I hit the button, dude. All right. So there was some wildebeest on the stream.
Was there anybody you worked with on
Don't
the trans
judge.
side?
No.
Huh?
No, but there was this one super wildebeest and had a name like a Star Trek character, like Nimrock.
Nimrock.
Don't make fun of my name.
So, but they were like a 96% match, and I was like, and I was like, dude, I was
happiness.
Like, I was like, look at these other. Like, we went through some of the women he thought was super hot, and I was like going through them, and I was like, look, 2 kids, divorced. You're going to tell me one little dick is worse than 2 kids and divorced. And so we go back.
Hey. Who said it was little? Who said it was little?
I'm trying to pad.
Big old
No, it's just fucking.
Baby's arm holding an apple.
Daddy's home. So I said, I was like, you're going to let one little dick get
What's your stage name? Sledgehammer.
I was like, you're going to let one little dick get in the way of happiness. You know,
he was contemplating it.
Well, no, he wasn't. He was actually very standoffish. But I was like,
he's like, I can't believe people are into this.
But I was going,
shit.
But I was going through her.
I'm into this.
I was going through her profile.
Yeah,
right. And she said it in her profile.
Good use of pronouns, by the way.
Well, there's an actual option that says preferred pronouns. Her, she. So I already knew. She already told me what time it was. I know hey, dim the rules. So I said, I was like, look, man, common interest. I was like, hiking, camping,
standing up when you pee.
Evan's gonna laugh when I say this. Video games. I was like, this dude is made for you. I was like, put this homeboy on your love sack immediately. Because he's got like an $800 beanbag called a love sack.
That's what's in Tyson's corner. Yeah.
So I was like, man, worship. Worship. You go out to lunch.
Blowjobs only.
You don't like him. You don't like her. You go your separate ways. You had a good.
You got a buddy.
Yeah.
Now you got a story.
Have him move in 4 doors down. Excellent. So that went on. Let's see what else I did. I watched some more Jessica Jones. It's fine. It's exactly.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was out.
4. I think I watched the
math,
4th.
carry the 2.
I think I'm on the 5th. It's fine, and I think that's it. I didn't do much. The kids were out of town for the week.
Oh, really?
They went to the beach.
Oh.
You know, I got to be honest with you. They didn't go during Father's Day, and I still fucking feel a way about it.
You did. When we were talking about it, Laura was like, I'm so glad they're going.
Yeah.
Have some alone time. And I saw your face. You're like, not having it.
Yeah, because I miss them. I miss them. I like fucking with them. Like, you know, or like you were saying, package deal. You take them all, or you take none.
Exactly.
Oh, didn't Leia stay here?
Yeah, because she's not potty trained. It's a fucking...
I'm telling you, that diaper thing with the sending them off is a game changer. To add on to what you're saying, like my parents used to take my older 2 all the time, you know, and they wouldn't take the little one because of the diapers. And finally, I said to Mom one day, "You got to take them all. You can't take any of them."
But like,
because he's old enough to know.
Like just tonight, Jana came past and was like, "Hey, you ever put the spicy Dorito on top of the Cool Ranch?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Try that."
And then you were like, "It's trash."
And then I was kind of like trash. but I just miss those interactions. Like my wife is never going to ask me to try 2 Doritos together. You know what I mean? So like I like she won't. She doesn't eat it. You know, but like Jana's like, yeah, I eat tons of junk food. Like dude, put it on the coffee cake. I'm like, yeah, this is not bad on the coffee cake. And then I was telling her, I was like, you ever put peanut butter on the Cool Ranch? Because it's not as bad as it sounds.
Yeah. Dude, peanut butter goes with anything.
Dude, it's the magic food.
Yeah.
Sandpaper. I mean, it goes.
It's the magic food.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Toast with peanut butter and eggs on top.
Oh, no doubt. I bet you that's
yeah.
Dude, it's
I
good.
would try it. I would try it.
Peanut butter, bacon,
raw egg though, right?
Pickle sandwich.
Yeah, that's good too.
That's fucking great.
No, but the yolk, the yolk is uncooked. And then if you want to go real crazy, put the hash browns on top of that. Chop that motherfucker up.
Listen, you said egg, and Joe was down.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I mean, egg goes with anything too.
Do you want the story? The gas stove story?
What? Oh, do
you want that? You can have it. Okay.
No, you I'm terrible to storyteller.
So,
and you were fucking with us on purpose.
Yes. So Joe hit me up and was like, dude, you ever just have some s'mores? And I was like, no. I mean, he's like, dude, do you think we could have some s'mores? And I was like, yeah, we can have some s'mores. You want some s'mores? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, dude, you gonna snore some more? So he was like, let's do some s'mores. So we got Laura into the mix. Joe walks up.
Whoa.
Crystal walks up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we have these.
Dude, Devil's Threesome's like 3 weeks away.
So Laura's
can't wait to hear the story.
Laura's gonna go and buy like one of those like fire logs and all this shit to cook the s'mores on. Joe sends us a text. I already know what Joe wants to do. Joe sends us a text and Joe's like, I just want to cook the s'more on your stove because I have an electric stove and you have a gas stove and we can just cook the marshmallow right there on the fire stove. And I was like, I'm good with it. And Laura's like, on the stove? You know, she's cut from a very upper crust.
Because she said, because we have a group text now with the neighborhood, the four of us.
Stool swinging.
They renamed the band Four Doors Down.
Hold on 1 second. We're getting a phone call. Hello?
Yo, what's happening?
It's just everybody on the phone.
Hey, are you calling from someplace civilized? I know this.
Are you calling from a sophisticated place?
Are you outside?
Am I outside? Why? No. What's wrong?
No. You're good. You're good. So you had some questions. And only
is he early as fuck or we're
late as fuck.
Okay.
So
my fault.
So we have you
Damn,
have
it's
you
8 o'clock already?
So we have you plugged in.
20 more minutes.
Should I put it? Should I put it on speaker so everybody can hear?
No. Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. Here we go. You're on speakerphone.
Oh no, you can still plug it in.
No, I
right?
can't.
No, you can't.
No, so he can hear us.
He can hear us on speaker.
All right, whatever.
I can hear you guys either way.
And I'll try to swap back and forth, so to speak. Joe knows
Can use the swapping, yeah.
All right. So
Thank you for taking that bullet, by the way.
Just we're gonna.
Yeah.
Dude, I could feel the tension when we were over there the other day.
50 cal.
Okay, buddy.
So, where do you want to start, Jisk?
Well, so I'm going to start just by saying congratulations on 200 episodes.
It's like twice as good as 100.
Yeah, let's make some noise. 200 episodes.
You know, it's funny. I don't remember just calling into the show he was on for their 200th episode.
Y'all didn't count.
Yeah, apparently not.
can't hear him.
You got to plug it in.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll repeat your question because we got an audience. Not everybody has headphones. We only got 4 jacks because Manny fucked that up.
Oh, right.
Wow.
Next is going to say I misplaced the extra headphones.
Hey, listen, they got to listen to it for some reason.
Yeah.
Because half of our audience is here right now. So
what do you got, Jess? What do you got?
That's whatever $20 Patreon got you with a ticket to the 200th episode.
Oh man, I'm so glad it's off speaker. He said he wanted to thank everybody for the Patreon. So, what do you got?
All right, this is for everybody.
This is for everybody.
What do you want it to say? What do you want it to say on your tombstone?
Oh,
way to bring the energy down.
Jesus, we were all congratulatory. And
I want
shit.
it to say pepperoni and cheese.
Yeah,
I don't want one. I want to be buried in
All
the
right,
woods.
but if you had one,
If you had one,
what do you want it to say?
I don't know. What do you got, Dante? I feel like you think about death a lot.
Why don't you start back here where the mic is?
Yeah, pass the mic around.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anybody has anything and wants to jump in while I'm brainstorming.
Mine will say, wish you were here.
That's probably true. And Joe wishes he wasn't. Like, Joe's like the least heroic person in the world. They're like, dude, I'll swap spaces with you. He's like, okay.
I think mine would just say...
no, I just say it. It's like an offer. It's like a kind gesture. You say no, you live your life. Like, no, you should take my spot. I will take yours. Your children don't like you that much anyway. And I don't have children, so I get more enjoyment out of my life probably than you do, so therefore I should live and you should just take my spot. What do you got, Dante?
What I want on my tombstone?
Yeah.
We gave him the mic.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Perfect.
I don't know.
You got something, Manny? Go ahead.
Yeah. The other day, I was with my girl, and we were driving by a
Weird
cemetery.
flex.
Weird, right? Whatever. And I said, you have all these
Dude,
crosses.
your girl's built like a stallion, though. I gotta say it again. Every time she comes over here, I'm like, God bless her.
I know. She knows it, too. She's
Well
like,
done, sir.
Bobby's making me feel... I'm
like
getting visually raped again,
and I'm like, I'm like, Joe. Of course, you know Manny and Lipizzaner. Monica.
She's not there, right?
No, because I also think she can fight.
Yeah.
I got that impression.
So I was saying I wanted a gargoyle as my tombstone, right?
Like live?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Sweet.
From the cartoon.
I'm tracking.
Nice.
Right? She said no. I said, why? She was like, this is not right because usually you put like a cross or you put...
A nice star, David, maybe?
No. Get the fuck out. No. I want fucking gargoyles, demons, or something.
Doesn't have to be such an extreme no.
God. That's what I'm saying.
Gargoyles
just
cool.
to be different. Just to...
Yeah. Calm down, AOC. Jeez.
What? Anybody else got anything? You guys saw that film? Go.
Damn.
Too much glass on the table.
There's going to be dinosaurs.
Probably have to be like a T-Rex head and like 66 million years of passion.
Perfect.
In the making. Here lies the dinosaur kid.
Mine's real easy. It would just say, my bad. Because if it comes to it where I actually have a tombstone, something fucked up happened.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ. Mine would say, make sure to get your physical, your annual physical. And then ...
No, they would fucking do comma. Just for you.
Mine would say, hemorrhoids, not as painless as it seems.
How are they doing, man?
They're getting better.
Hey, how's your O-ring?
They're getting better. They actually...
Update.
You know what's funny? I was fucking with them today. It feels like...
having a conversation. Hey, guy.
It feels like a pair at this point, because it used to be a Mike and Ike and a Milk Dud. That's large. Today it was like a pair of 112 tits.
Are you referencing that little figure I brought over that time for those 112 tits?
I think those are bigger.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
That was the busty unit.
I'm on the mend. I'm going to be batting 1,000 here.
Nice.
Huh?
How many tubes
Two. Oh no.
The two tubes.
No.
Just two tubes.
Thank you. I was waiting.
Is that what you're going for? Okay.
He sets him up, knocks him down.
It's a good one.
But I'll tell you what, though. One of the things I haven't even gone through one tube. I got a tube, but I haven't gone through one tube. But I tell you, one of the things
Just
I've been
do
doing.
you?
No, I've actually been getting in there. I haven't had the dab either. You know what I've been doing? Watching
Blazing the donut.
the fiber intake.
Oh.
Making sure that it's good to go. So it's like smooth sailing. So
Nice soft serve.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right, continue.
Tombstones.
Tombstones. Anybody?
I'll go. I've got a real off sense of humor, and for some reason, I just think it'd be funny if you had on your tombstone a symbol that meant absolutely nothing. And just know that for the rest of the time, whenever anybody sees that tombstone, they're going to wonder what the hell was that about? Was he in a secret society? Was he in some kind of weird cult, religion? Like, what the hell does that symbol mean?
It would be cool to put the Illuminati symbol on there and be that's all real, all of it.
Next.
What, anybody got anything? What you got?
I've got a lot of things, actually.
You're like, it started at 1555.
I feel like if I would have died young, I'd wanted to say something like, there's no such thing as natural causes. ... Leave a mystery. Otherwise, don't trust my wife or something like that.
Yeah. She's not here. You're talking that shit.
Yeah, right.
like marry her at your own risk.
Yeah, exactly.
Or that kind of put some things together for me. I could
protect your benefits. It's like multi-layered.
Yes. Check your
I could
benefits.
put don't trust the big button to smile. ...
Oh, that's powerful. That might be the win so far. Dude, you want to hear a funny story about Belbit DeVoe?
I do.
In terms of where my music
I
taste went?
don't. Are we voting about this?
No. I only needed one.
You second the motion.
My dad found my Poison tape early on, and what's funny, my dad wasn't really ever in touch with my music. He kind of knew the general genres and shit, but he never really
played Raekwon in Myrtle Beach. That was funny.
Yeah, but he didn't care about that either. Yeah.
Well, Bob,
but
this is quite colorful.
Bob, it sounds as though these gentlemen have been through some serious trials and tribulations, and it's probably multi-layered and multifaceted, and there's probably responsibility to be taken on all sides.
Yeah, I'm never going to eat butter pecan ice cream again.
Why is Dad not for episode 200?
Dude, I can call my dad.
Yeah,
I can call my dad. I'll call my dad. I'm not afraid. We'll do it after just.
Not afraid.
So
I'm not afraid.
Where were we at with? I had a point that I was getting to with my dad.
Big butts.
Oh yeah. So he
it always gets you back.
So
on track.
he found my Poison tape, and it's like one of the few conversations we ever had about music. And he was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Yeah, what's this dope all about?" And I was like, it means like the girl is attractive. And he's like, fair enough. And that was it.
Next.
What you got next there, Jisk?
All right. This one specifically, I think, relates to you and your problems. But why do you guys think the human asshole is shaped like an old gnarled willow tree?
Why do you think the human asshole is shaped like an old gnarled willow tree?
I don't know what you're talking about because it just looks delicious to me.
Whoa.
I'm out.
Next time that people come here, they're going to be like, why does Bobby's kids call him Uncle Ass Eater?
7 people just left the room. Got a lot cooler in here all of a sudden.
They may also call him Anteater.
Oh, here he comes.
Dude, I don't know, but it does look like a knot in the wood, doesn't it?
Yeah, for real.
That is crazy.
It's like somebody tied a balloon.
You know how they
cut
said
the knot off.
Like things repeat, like the spiral, like things in nature or whatever.
Golden mean.
Yeah. Like what if that's like a repeating thing? Like.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh wait, Phil, wait, get to Phil the mic because he's gonna have a medical answer, and that shit's funny as shit to me. It's funny to answer it seriously.
It's just
you see, the asshole was evolved over years
because it looks like a
evacuating.
chocolate starfish.
Never mind.
It's just so the sphincter muscles, as they contract and expand, it can expand based on the size of your Your output.
Or your
What do you mean?
input.
Wait, what do you mean output?
But that doesn't explain why it looks like a fucking
drop a
tree.
deuce, man.
You talking about poop?
Yeah, when you poop.
Oh, okay. You can
Maybe
say
the
it.
question
Still
is
getting
just,
spanked.
We're all
why does
adults
a
here.
tree
Feces.
not look like an asshole?
Yeah. All right. We're
right.
yeah.
If you're gonna rob a bank, which president's mask do you use?
If you're gonna rob a bank, which president's mask do you use?
Obama.
Yeah, get Evan in. What do you got, Phil?
I still say Nixon.
Yeah.
I'll go with Z, Chinese president.
Okay.
I'm a
president for life.
I'm a John Quincy Adams guy myself. Yeah, the OG.
There you go, Manny.
Manny just said.
I don't know any presidents.
Manny just said "fuck them all" with his eyes.
Manny said, "I don't know the one on the 50."
It's Hamilton.
Grant, right?
No, it is Grant. It is Grant.
Yeah, Hamilton's on the 10.
Yeah.
Right? I think so.
Look at us being
big
all
deal.
American and shit.
What do you got there?
I'd go with someone obscure like Polk or Harrison.
Okay.
No
idea who those are.
Who the heck it was? Yeah.
Tyler, you got one?
Mask for those people.
Just say Taft.
No, give me a second.
Didn't Taft die in the bathtub?
Sure, why not?
I think so. He was a big old fat one.
Fat person.
Right?
What about you, Gort?
Not a president, but Hamilton. Man behind the system. Hand it over. Point to my face.
There you go. He's overthought it.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't get a word in edgewise on the robbery.
What about you, Raul? What you got?
Probably go FDR.
There you
There you
go.
He was a fucking thief.
Dante, you got one?
The New Deal, right?
Fucking con.
How'd that work?
Well, Patrick Swayze.
Dude.
Go ahead and put that mic down for the rest of the night.
Fair enough.
So I'm going to go with Garfield, and I'm going to come in one
With the cat?
one hand with the revolver, and one hand with a big plate of lasagna. Who can eat that much lasagna? The crazy cat.
I know.
All right, what's next?
I need some more.
First of all, I'm disappointed that nobody said Lincoln, because how funny would it be to wear the fucking top hat while you're robbing the
That's true.
All right, this is my last question, and it's: you think you could beat Dante's ass?
Wait, one-on-one or as a group?
He said, "Last question: do you think you could beat Dante's ass?" I'm gonna err on the side of caution and say negative, even though it goes against my better, moral judgment to kind of always to kind of always believe in myself.
Is he strapped down, and do I have a paddle?
Is he sober?
Yeah. Is he into it?
If I'm greased up and naked, maybe I'll have a chance.
You scare them all.
So Wednesday night, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Jisk.
Yeah, no problem.
And you're like an honorary.
Congratulations, you guys.
You're like an honorary member of the show.
You should have been here too.
Yeah, as soon as you move to Maryland.
If Tyler can get here, you can get here.
Tyler got
We're
here.
going to try to get two houses open down the block for you and Tyler.
We'll scare him away. Don't worry.
Manny said he can't live out here. It's too nice and quiet.
That
All right.
Patreon probably makes enough money. You could have.
All right. That's enough. So my nerd week. I'm just kidding. I'm good. S'mores.
You calling your dad?
Oh yeah, let's call my dad. Call dad home.
Calling dad.
I'm just like
Wait.
12 dudes here.
Wait. It's very late. It's very late.
It's late
for his bedtime. Wait. I'm gonna hit him with the Takashi. Dude, is he out on the town?
On bed.
I'm calling his cell. Rise and shine. Coffee's made. He probably knows I'm trying to fuck with him. Because sometimes I call him late just to fuck with him.
Please leave a message. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, simply hang up or press pound for further options.
Hey, Dad. I just wanted to call you and look. It's Nerd Rage Radio's 200th episode, and I just wanted to know if you could say, congratulations. So I'll talk to you soon. I'm going to call your cell just in case. TTYL.
He's not going to know what that means. You know that, right?
Dude, why'd you hit N like you were getting in trouble? You did.
He hit me with the just saying the other day.
Oh, really? No way.
Yeah, and dropped the G off it. I was like, I called him. I said, put the G back on there. You're too old to be dropping G's off of words. Call Dad's cell.
Calling Dad. Mobile.
No, I said cell.
Not mobile.
Cunt.
Every time.
I'm like, Dad, the kids are sick.
I need something else to drink, but I can't ask Tyler. He'll think it's a race thing.
Oh, no, we got beers. Yeah.
Oh, Court.
See, there's a cold one in the fridge.
Dante, get up and go get some. Is there any root beer in there, Court?
I was looking
Just your white part though, Dante. Just your white part. That's right.
The Thomas Jefferson portion.
Leave a message.
Oh man, she's coming. All right. So we had s'mores. They
was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Video.
It was great. We went live and the whole bit, and we had them over top of a gas stove.
It was confusing to me why you guys thought it wouldn't work.
Oh no, we knew it would work. We just knew
She seems really confused.
We just knew that you were awfully Asian to be embarking on such a white trash meal. I'm used to it. I had to educate Laura about it, and I was like, "No, fire is fire. It doesn't matter where it comes from."
Exactly.
Yeah, but we were just surprised to hear it come from kind of your side of the woods.
Dude, I lived in South Carolina for a while.
Now, if you were like, "Let's do a bit of this," then I don't.
Thank you.
Maybe Court wanted that.
All right. So
Sure. Everyone's getting drinks now.
Chris,
hey,
Nerd Weeks.
I actually had I had toasted marshmallows this week too.
Oh shit!
Over a fire in my backyard.
Oh, a real fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's way too much fucking work for some s'mores.
Oh,
Man.
he's gonna grab one
Well,
of those.
the thing I hate
That's
the
too
most
much
is-
extra, dude. It's chocolate peppermint schnapps stout, whatever.
There's like 15 kinds of that.
Is there? That's too much.
Super white.
I know. I mean, like, I'm not that white. That's ridiculous.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's.
Who's the whitest guy in this room?
No.
Nah, MP collector. You win by default, bro.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we should ask some of our friends here to ask some questions and determine this.
I know MP Collector came with all the toes hanging out and the khaki shorts. I was like,
Who here has written the manager to complain?
All right, look, I've done that. Okay?
I mean, listen, I tweeted Delta Airlines this week,
but that's not that's more so the white trash side of me than it is the white side of me. Because I'm like, look,
I mean, it's
we're
white trash.
No, I'm like, look, we're gonna get a fillet out of this. You know how to turn a sirloin into a fillet with an email.
I'll take that too.
How was your nerd week, Christopher?
So I had a lot of time on my hands the past week. Traveling. I had to do a turn and burn trip to Nashville, and in that process, my about 4-hour trip home ended up being a 22-hour overnight fiasco.
Jesus.
I know that something has gone wrong with your day whenever you start getting super active in a chat, and it's not about defending a diorama against constructive criticism.
The evils of dry brushing. Right.
Hey, man, I think that you should add. What do you think I should add? Think I should add 2 hours more to it? Is that what you think I should add?
And he wonders why I don't comment when he sends me a picture.
The question
when
is,
I ask you a fucking question, he gives me a thumbs up. Looks great.
Yeah, that's all I feel I could do nowadays.
We learned not
Without
to
being
be
I was asking for your expertise, and I got a thumbs up. Anyways, I had a lot of
customer
time.
happy? That's
It's a
the only
safe
question.
bet.
Is the customer, and at the end of the day, that is the case. So I downloaded. I had to do something I thought I'd never do, but Jimmy, I had to download Stitcher to listen to the Wolverine podcast.
Oh, that's good. You couldn't do it on the web?
The only way I could figure out how to
iTunes?
listen, I don't do that crap. The only way I could figure out how to listen to the whole thing is to download a premium subscription to Stitcher.
That's crazy.
Well, I did it, and I'm going to cancel the thing. But
Okay.
it
How was the second season?
I think it was nearly as good as the first season.
Oh, it's over already? Second season?
Yeah. If you have Stitcher Premium.
Oh.
And you want to listen to the whole thing. But
Yeah,
they have
otherwise you have to wait week by
They have a
week.
30-day
wait.
they have a
I'll wait
30-day
week by
free
week.
trial. That's all. Anyways.
Nerd Rage is on Stitcher.
I know.
I did it. It was one of the things I did early on, like one of these weird.
I don't even think we know how he did it. It just happened.
Yeah, I don't know how. I know I had to contact them. I had to apply.
Really?
Yeah.
You applied to it? They must have changed it because they let,
I mean,
let all the trash realm shows on.
It was 200. It was 200 episodes ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you on that. So I listened to that all the way through. I watched half of a movie on the airplane because Delta likes to put TVs in one airplane and not the other three you end up on. So I watched half of Fighting with My Family, the epic tale of Paige from the WWE's Rise to Fame, where they leave out the entire part where she filmed herself holding title belts, getting jizz blown all over them and stuff.
That's
like
the best
that.
part.
You know what I'm talking about. I'm getting some thumbs up.
That's the best part. That's the only part I watched.
Yeah, she was in the minor leagues of WWE and filmed a bunch of porn. Yeah, and like dudes blowing loads on her title belt and stuff, and somehow kept her job. I was surprised by that.
There's no. It's only makes you more popular in that world, right?
Well, she got a movie about her life made.
There you go.
You know what's funny, man? And I hate to
just blowing loads.
Getting loads blown on.
Nothing funny about that. There's a certain amount of people that have followed me, like say on Twitter. Actually, only on Twitter is what I'm talking about specifically. As a matter of fact, I'm saying it as if it's hypothetical to try to make it sound better and like throw people off the scent, but I'm 100% talking about Twitter.
So these are people that just follow you on Twitter for social media.
Yeah, and I'll be like, man, I'll follow them back, see what's going on with them. And then you see like, you know, when they like something or they respond to something and it hits your timeline and you're like, oh wow, this dude's a loser for real. You know, like,
some questionable shit.
Because it'll be like some cam girl like taking her shirt off, and it'd be like, the way you shake them left and right. I'm like, dude, what am? Whoa, stop, unfollow. Does that notify him somehow? I'm not sure. Like, I get super anxious about it all. But yeah, there's some shit on there that I'm like.
Yeah, people who comment on that shit is weird.
It's like, what do you think they think when you say that? Like, do you think that some girls
didn't even think that you even read it?
They think cha-ching.
They're just waiting on that.
But that's not doing any cha-ching. No, it's a tweet.
I know.
They're not on the subscription.
More people follow.
Well, then
they get more.
Maybe he is on the subscription.
Yeah,
that too. That people who pay for porn still.
No, 100%. But I'm getting the vibe that this gentleman in particular is not on the subscription because he's got a lot to say about all the public shit.
Did you subscribe to her?
No.
Maybe he's a good tipper.
Engagement counts when you're an influencer.
Tipper.
No. I'm not into porn stars. I like the amateur. I want to see where that tasty cake fits you in the morning.
And then when they get famous, you unfollow them?
No. I like that. Like just people with the camcorder set up in their room. Like, look, we're in love and we're fucking.
Oh, they do that in Pornhub now.
Yeah, I watch. I'm an ex-hamster guy. But,
I thought you were waving the other black guy to come over in your corner.
I need help. No, we got the exits covered.
I got a serious question.
You've got the exits covered. Wow.
I got a serious question. I got to get to Evan.
Dante's got something to say though.
Wait.
Oh wait.
I might have to go stand there.
Is your dad?
Yeah, hold on, wait. No, go ahead, Dante.
Is he texting you?
Wow.
Yeah.
Did it say?
I told you.
Did it say who dis? New number?
Yeah, he said. Dude, I would tell my dad, don't ever who diss me again. Do you remember Brutus used to do that? Brutus used to pick up the phone, like, and somebody be like, who dis? And he'd be like, if you ever who diss me, I will slam the fucking receiver of this telephone through your skull.
I will kill you with that hammer.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dante.
Amateur porn. So.
I
knew I recognized you.
No.
You got amazing tan lines.
He's gonna call, so we're gonna have to go quiet in a minute.
So,
oh wait, here it is. Hey. Hello.
Hey there.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, we're just coming back from the Suns baseball game. Yeah.
How did they play?
They 2-0 when we left.
Ah, tremendous.
Yeah. But you know, the other day I didn't get to ask you about Skullfest.
Oh, Skullfest went off without a hitch. I'm glad. Yes, you should have came through.
Well, hitch it too.
Beg your pardon?
You should have came through.
Half hitch.
I got Adam here.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear him?
Oh, yeah, I hear him.
Okay.
How are you doing?
So, Dad, the reason why I was calling, I got an important question to ask you. We are recording Nerd Rage Radio episode 200. That's 200 episodes. You wouldn't understand the podcast where it's a major achievement.
It's like 15,000 hours of recording.
Yeah. Could you say congratulations?
Congratulations.
Thank you, Dad. And if I had anyone to thank, I would thank you, my therapist, and the Academy for all of my achievements.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Brevity is a wonderful thing.
Yeah. You know, I called. So my dad's still on the phone. I haven't got off with him yet, but I called him about Game of Thrones.
Oh, I thought you said hemorrhoids.
The last, and I was talking to him. Dad, do you have a hemorrhoid issue? Because I have. I'm not sure if it's genetic. I've been having hemorrhoids left and right recently.
I thought they were on the right side.
I'd have to check.
Stage right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't want to answer. That's fine. I have him. If you have him too, we can talk about it later. I called him about Game of Thrones season 8, and he said, "Well, it seems fine to me, but apparently there's people out there that need therapy about it." And I appreciate that about you. So, all right. But what about those hemorrhoids, though? You got them? Or... Do you have a history of hemorrhoids? I'm trying to ask you.
Do you? No, I don't.
Oh, well, it's on me. It's on my mom's side, then. Another thing I got to thank her for, am I right?
Amen.
We all knew she was a pain in the ass, right?
All right, Dad. Talk to you later.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I got a congratulations from Joan as well. Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too, Ben.
Oh, let's make some noise for that, goddammit. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bud.
See ya.
Tyler's right, though. Your voice went up one octave. Like you were a child again. As soon as he answered.
Dude, he still makes me nervous. He still makes me nervous. I feel like I'm on trial every time I fucking talk to the guy.
So I also watched.
No, Dante was saying amateur porn.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah,
He was doing amateur porn.
How did we get on amateur porn? I don't even remember.
Because we talk about Paige.
That's right.
But
it actually ties into my next. Yeah, please go ahead. Paige.
Amateur porn, more important.
Well, she's a professional. I don't think she's an amateur. I think,
Oh,
food.
We got another interruption. Bring this in. Thank you, Laura, for bringing this in.
Did you make that on the fire stove?
So, real quick.
The fire stove, he said.
I have a non-fire stove.
Real quick. Maryland Phil does an awful lot for us behind the scenes. He keeps our notes going. He does a lot of our Twitter stuff. He makes sure that the show has content, which none of us can.
Because we stopped it a long time ago.
We stopped a long time ago. He did a ton of, what did I call it, Laura? Videographing the other day. he did a ton of filming the other day, and I lost 60% of it roughly. But we wanted to let you know, Phil, that we appreciate you. We know you got a birthday coming up.
Oh, thank you.
So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Phil. Happy birthday to you.
Yay.
Don't spit all over the cake. God damn it.
All right.
So many celebrations today.
All right, now we got to get back to Dante talking about amateur porn, Laura. I'm very sorry.
Professional porn.
Huh? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So if the person is a professional, then the porn they do is automatically professional.
Well,
is
she
that what you're
has
saying?
a professional porn name.
Hey, listen. At this point, I think it's a style more so than the people.
No, Bobby wants it real.
So, well,
Hey. Oh, the Hale Hasbro too.
so
Bobby wants the real emotions in there. He wants people to love each other and fuck. specifically.
I just need the compilations at this point.
Well, I mean, like
pick my
when
topic.
Watching
There's a
pro
compilation.
porn. I mean, they're doing it for the money. When it's amateur, it's like they're people.
Sometimes they do it for the money
I'm
too.
only third generation in the
Probably,
country.
but
Goddammit.
professional porn stars aren't like people. They're just
So,
they're not people.
Bobby, do they have to love each other if they're?
That's what I prefer. Not necessarily love each other, but I just want them. I want
amateur porn.
Amateur
Like,
porn.
they
'Cause I like to
want
watch
to do
amateur
it.
porn of like homemade. Like you put the camcorder in the corner on a tripod. I know the swag because I do it. And you want to have sex with this person. This person wants to have sex with you.
Doesn't matter if they're getting paid or not.
Is there a
no, I prefer they do not.
Is someone wearing a GoPro?
Dude, you're not.
You hear the smoke detector
I think I could
beeping
take
in
this
the
game to the
background
next
too,
level.
'cause that's quite
That's it right
common.
there,
Dude.
Smoke detector beeping.
The fucking Oculus Rift 3D porn. It's a game changer.
I don't even know about that.
I haven't told you the story yet?
I've rode that bike.
I haven't told you the story.
I heard about it because I was at your house.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, none of us.
Breaking
I'm
news.
the only person that heard it, so.
So, I haven't watched porn in like 6 months, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So my brother's got one of the fucking
Oh,
3D
you did.
headsets.
You said it was. You
This
said it was
doesn't count.
worth it because it broke the.
Yeah.
It was if you would have said virtual reality porn, I would have known what you were talking
my
about.
bad.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Fucking amazing staircase. Staircase was awesome. I was like, God damn, who did the decorating in here? So bright and
The walls are all painted white.
Great colors. It
moldings.
was a canary. It was canary yellow. It was great.
But yeah, so Randy Ryder.
Whoa.
That's
Oh
yeah. She's a professional.
So she's
Talk about the,
Well, I don't know if she's
the
still
original,
in the game.
the OM, the OM.
The original.
We won't say that anymore.
Yes.
Are you taking?
So yeah, Google her.
You
So
knew her.
Randy with
You
the
knew her
eye.
too.
So she used to party at the World, and I mean party at the World. That's a fact. There's a bunch of people at the World.
Use Bobby's fucking Wi-Fi, bro.
Do you need the password? It's probably in my saved searches. It's there's a bunch of people from the World that are 100% related because of Randy Ryder.
She's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's a fact. Dude, there were so many classics. There was The Machine, Old Faithful, Egyptian Princess.
What was the one with
Egyptian
the
Queen?
Egyptian Queen.
What was the one
Barbies.
with the canes?
Dude, you got a little bit upset that I lowered her royalty status.
Hey,
Because I had to call her years later and apologize because I felt bad.
what was the one with the canes?
Shiloh, like the Civil War, or is it the Civil War?
I've been to Shiloh before. Yeah, it's definitely a site of the Civil War battle.
Fucked up.
Yeah,
Hey,
all of them.
I heard you had a hitch in a giddy up. Bobby, that true?
How's your nerd week, Chris?
So speaking of amateur porn and filming things, actually, I need to preface that by saying that Bobby and Laura had my wife and I over last Sunday.
For amateur porn?
Yeah, close. We watched
Weird.
True Romance.
We did.
And ate dinner. It was very good.
You fell asleep during it.
I did not.
You sure?
I did when I
promise
first
you.
There was
watched
some
it.
there was.
I didn't
But
fall
I
asleep.
love it now.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
No, I did not fall asleep. I promise you, I didn't.
Okay, there was some heavy breathing going on.
That
back
was
there.
unrelated.
Okay.
Blanket and a popcorn bucket.
Hole in the popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
R2D2?
Disinfectant wipes. But and I'd never seen that movie. I didn't honestly know that Tarantino wrote it. I didn't realize that half of modern Hollywood was in it for about 2 minutes apiece.
Every time you tell somebody about that movie, they don't believe you.
Yep, 100%. Tony Scott directed it.
Yeah.
Tarantino wrote it, and
I've never seen it
I
all
think
the way
Bruckheimer produced it.
Get out.
Look, I've seen parts of it. I've never seen it all the way through.
You should have came through.
Michael Bay was a consultant. I'm kidding. I have no idea.
I
But
don't remember any explosions.
but
Gunshots.
Just talking in general, we talked about Black Mirror. And I'd never seen anything other than Bandersnatch, the little interactive one they had on there. So I knew I was going to have some airport time, and airplane time. So I downloaded, 4 or 5 seasons, to be honest, because they're like 3-4 episodes a season. And I think I got through maybe 5 or 6 episodes, and I'm hooked, and that's so fucking off the rails. So the very first one about the dude having to fuck the pig in amateur style, I'm like, wow. That was so
I do want
fucked
to
up.
read the full cast of True Romance. Have you done that before?
No, go
There's
for
two
it.
episodes.
Go for it.
So Christian Slater.
Yep.
Patricia Arquette.
Yep.
Dennis Hopper.
Yep.
Val Kilmer.
Yep.
Gary Oldman.
Yep.
Brad Pitt.
Yep.
Christopher Walken.
Yep.
Bronson Pinchot.
That's Balky.
Balky.
I'm trying to remember
Samuel
who
L.
Balky-
Jackson.
Yep.
Michael Rappaport.
Yep.
Saul Rubinek.
That's the director.
Yep.
And-
James Gandolfini.
Yeah, dude.
Coachata Farella. She's in 2.5 Men.
No,
Whatever.
the first time you kill somebody, that's the hardest. I don't give a fuck if you're fucking Wyatt Earp or Jack the Ripper. Remember that guy up in Texas? That guy up in that fucking tower killed all those fucking people? I bet you green fucking money that first little black dot he took a beat on, that was the bitch of the bunch. First one's tough. No fucking fooling. The second one ain't no fucking Mardi Gras either, you know, but it's more diluted. You know, it's better. Third one's easy. You just level them right off. Now I do it just to watch the fucking expression change.
Chris
That's
Penn.
one of the hardest things ever said in cinematic history.
Chris Penn, Tom Sizemore,
Sizemore?
whatever.
Sizemore.
Paul Ben Victor,
Transformers Siege.
How long has he been Victor?
Michael Beach, whatever. Lawrence Mason. There's a bunch of people.
Yeah.
A bunch of them have passed away.
So, but you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
And that's been like 2 years in the making, I feel like.
Yeah, it has been.
Yeah.
And Black Mirror I thought is a really good so far.
Dude, it gets better and better until it gets worse.
I may have a whole
When to
bunch
stop?
of
Season 5 you can skip.
I'm going to power through it all. You know, it's
Yeah.
easy enough.
What do you think Black Mirror means? What does it stand for? The title.
The title.
Are you fucking with me?
Everybody
thinks I'm an asshole.
Hang on, lay my cards on the table. I thought this was an episodic show. I was going to have to keep up with. I didn't realize it was one shots.
Hey, Laura! I'm gonna get her down here. This is bullshit. Nobody takes me serious.
I believe you. I think it's good.
You like it, right?
I like it.
I felt like you liked it.
I like it.
I felt
No,
like when I
seriously.
Yeah. No. I did. You're like the one person in the world. When I said it, I felt
course
like
it's me.
Give me a little bit.
I will say that
Love you too.
the way that's laid out reminded me a lot, and I saw this first was Love, Death, and Robots, the anime thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love
It reminded me the way it was laid out. Even the music at the beginning kind of reminds me of.
I think it's your phone.
What about my phone?
The Black Mirror.
That's what I thought it was.
You know, I've heard that before. Now that you say that,
Now he says it.
I've heard that.
I said it to
before.
Laura. Laura was like, "Treat me like an asshole." She's like, "Did you read this? Did you read this from someone?
Did you
involved?
read this theory?
Did you read this with someone involved in the project, or did we come up on this with this idea on our own?"
No, I can see it.
Son of a bitch, man. Divorce, and I didn't have a towel up there today. It's over.
Damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my 22-hour airport adventure, and airports are fun to just stare at people.
Yosef,
what you got, Joe?
Just working on the house. There's people been working on my house, making floors.
What do you mean these people?
People's
motherfucker.
Krista started painting. She got into painting. My house is a fucking mess right now. I moved shit around from one room to another yesterday.
Did you move that last glass case out of your other house?
Yeah, I took it. I just put it back together yesterday.
Okay.
And I had to do it twice because I fucking mixed up the hardware.
Mm.
They're not identical.
They're not.
No, it's a box, but it's not fucking
It's
identical.
not a box. Yeah.
So I do have a question that I need to ask Evan. I want to make sure that Evan gets a moment. He's got to get a black question. It
This
has
is
to
an Ask
happen.
Black People segment?
It's a nerd rage tradition.
I'm ready.
It's the black that look at the fucking.
Of course he is.
Black Jeopardy over here.
This woman, Karen. I assume that she's Caucasian. Yes. Okay.
All right. So you're familiar with this song, right?
Yes, All the Stars.
Yeah.
On the Black Panther soundtrack by SZA and Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
And let me go.
I love that song.
So I do too. But let me go on record and say I think that Kendrick is dope as fuck and doesn't get as much acknowledgement from our generation as he should. I think that the
100%.
younger kids kind of respect him, but we don't respect him the way that he deserves it. Now, the reason why I bring this up, are you familiar with the show Game of Thrones?
Very.
Okay, so you would say that's a far cry from Black Panther in terms of cultural commentary.
Sure.
Okay.
he's like, am I getting set up?
Of course he's exactly what I was thinking. Of course he's getting set up. So, are you familiar with the song "Power Is Power"?
No.
All right. So, the other hit single off of the Black Panther soundtrack was "The Weeknd."
Yes.
You're familiar with that record?
Yes.
Okay. And of course, SZA was on the Kendrick record, and Kendrick was responsible for the soundtrack "El Total" for Black Panther. Okay. So we're all so far we're in
I have
alignment.
the CD in my car if you want.
You and I got it downloaded.
Okay, I have the CD in my car. I'll repeat.
Evan, I'm an ally, bro.
God damn it! Get out.
All right,
respect.
So,
hey, those are the sneaky ones you got to watch out.
so
Right.
here's the question.
You didn't open up beer for me.
SZA and The Weeknd and Travis Scott, "Power Is Power" off the Game of Thrones soundtrack. Is this Culture Vulture? It's very similar. He's like, he can't. Dude.
Let it ride out. Hold on.
Hey, look, I like The Weeknd as much as anybody else. But would you rather just listen to Michael for real?
So your question is, is he trying to be Michael in that?
Is it? No. I already know he's trying to be Michael in that. He's trying to be Michael on everything. But
yeah.
But is he being a culture vulture? It kind of uses the same
It sounds
formula.
kind of Black Pantherish.
100% it sounds Black Pantherish. Use the same formula with SZA and the same type of production and the same type of
There's your key
tone.
then. Who produced both tracks?
Weeknd for this one.
Who produced the other track?
I think Kendrick did the other one.
Kendrick, he did.
He produced the whole soundtrack. To, okay.
So
Wait.
I don't know.
Wait.
I gotta check that. Right. Ooh, that's Black Panther. That's imported from Wakanda. I 100%. Yes, that Vibranium lace beat right there. I like that.
Dude, that's the title. Vibranium lace beat. Come on.
I like it.
Oh,
I will not use my veto power.
So you need to send that line to somebody to use on the Black Panther 2 soundtrack.
I like that. Vibranium lace beat.
So
copyright.
I'm adding it right now.
Patent pending.
But since we're all in the room, we all get a nickel off of it.
There we go.
So,
A what?
Fair enough. All right.
From Alabama.
Where I'm from, and I'm out.
So was that the black question?
Yes.
That was so easy. Jeez.
I got another one when you're going to come back for like a intimate gathering. I got
like
another
it.
one.
All right.
It starts,
you need to write it down?
It starts with an R and it rhymes with mesmerations.
I can't wait.
All right. I'm with the shits. Good. Thank you for I was look.
But could you send me that song, please? Oh, because kind of hot. I ain't gonna lie.
Did he just hit you with the okay?
He did hit me with the okay, man.
Look, I didn't even know. I thought I was being a blood.
Fucking dumb.
All right. So we got a few notes to get into. One.
Hi. Hello.
Hey, what about Adam?
Oh shit! I'm sorry, bro.
Completely.
Adam.
Doing to him what?
It is my last episode.
He's got 1 foot out of the door.
I know.
Adam, how was your nerd week?
I won't talk about it.
No, no, don't. Please, dude, don't be. Come on, don't do that. Seriously.
Well, all right. So, some side things been going on at work. My good friend's retiring. He's retired last week, and it was kind of like I was like the action guy that was in charge of getting all his shit squared away, his paperwork filled out, doing a ceremony and everything, the party afterwards. So it was a big ordeal. But in the midst, I was down in PG County. I was right next to Southern Mental Hospital at the shitty-ass hotel, staying over there, like right next to where I was born. And I had a very interesting conversation at the bar there. Pretty funny. Anyway, so I go in there. All his family's from Cleveland, right? So like 50 people come in from Cleveland. They stay at the hotel. And I'm going in there, it's like, hey, Adam, there's some fucked up shit. There's some ants in somebody's room. Somebody's bed broke. The cable's out. I walked in there, motherfucker, the first floor smelled like weed. Like somebody was having a good time. Went to my room, it smelled like smoke. I went back, I was like, hey, listen, I can't do this. I need to complain to the manager real quick. They put me on the third floor. It was fine.
So you got your clippers out?
I didn't, yeah. Karen! That's why the first thing I said to my wife about her new haircut. So went upstairs. So I come back down, and my buddy's like, "Listen,
Dude, it is.
I know. But she didn't dye it blonde. She didn't dye it blonde.
Yo, that joke landed like a motherfucker. That shit looks just like.
I hope she's gone. Anyway, so he's like, "Listen, man, there's a bar attached to the hotel." He's like, "Get in there like 5:30 because the cover starts at 6, and it gets more expensive as it goes on." And like, listen, I lived on Branch Avenue, half, and then Oxon Hill the other half. So like, I remember driving by this hotel back in the day. It was a nice hotel, 30 fucking years ago. So I go in there and I order some wings and some fries, and there's like 3 other people in there at the moment. I'm like, where is everybody? Okay. So eating my chicken wings, eating my fries, and this nice lady came by, sat next to me, said, "Hey, how are you doing?" I'm like, "All right." And like at first I'm like, "Oh, I guess I'm getting a little hit on. Okay, cool." And then her friend comes in there. She's like, "Listen, honey, it's about to get really dark in here, so I'm trying to warn you." And I'm like, I'm good. It's cool. Everything's good. And so, oh yeah, huh? Go ahead. Yeah.
He's like, oh really?
Oh yeah.
Okay, really?
The go-go band is setting up and everything. I'm like,
don't partner up, man. He's Puerto Rican.
You're not allowed.
And dude, so I call my buddy up. I'm like, yo, I'm like, did you reserve a section? Did y'all reserve a section or whatnot? And he's like, oh, dude, we all left. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, John got in an argument with the fucking manager because the room was fucked up. He's like, dude, I'll take all 40 of my people out right now. And they're like, well, you do what you do. Like, we're going. So they went to fucking Bowling Air Force Base Hotel instead. So I'm in this hotel by myself. I'm like, I've already enjoyed 3 $2.50 beers, so I wasn't driving anywhere. Yeah. So I just, stayed there, partied, just go move for
Step outside was cracking.
Everybody was perceiving a certain thing because of my short haircut. I'll leave it at that. So, anyway, I say that to say this. Ended up going, had a couple more beers, and the lady's very nice. We had a charming conversation about working in the district. And so I went upstairs to my room, and the cable guy came. Like, it was a wildest hotel thing. This guy, the cable guy, that's knocked on my door, walked in. Like, hey, cable guy. I had a picture I sent to my wife. I like, dude, there's some strange dude in my fucking room. So if I don't call you before tonight, it's because I'm getting raped by this cable guy. Anyway, he fixed the cable.
So don't bother me till like 4 a.m.
He fixed the cable. It was hard to sleep that night.
Gotta try it every year. Make sure I still.
So he fixed the cable, and guess what was on? Captain America.
All right.
So the first thing I turned
the
on
original
was Captain America, the first Avenger,
the '80s one.
No,
on a bike.
No, dude. There's a documentary about the Fantastic Four movie. It's called Doomed. The Fantastic Four movie.
Where can I watch it?
It's on fucking Amazon.
Nice.
Done.
Yeah. I almost made my wife watch it last night.
Done.
So anyway, I'm watching Captain America.
I had that shit on DVD. You know that, right?
You do?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
I've never seen it before.
Yeah, dude, let's do it. I have it.
Well, this is the first time I'm hearing about this. Goddamn it! Yeah. Anyway, back to Captain America. Dude, I was having some old soft trash teary moments about that movie. That shit. Watch it in game and then going back and watching that. It's a fucking game changer. And I'm like, my wife calls like, "What's up?" She's like, "Everything all right?" And I was like, she's like, "Listen, I know your friends kind of fucking left." She's like, "Yeah, they left me. It's fine. I'm just sitting here watching Captain America." And like, dude, it's like when he loses Bucky, like the shit changes, man. The shit changes.
Dude, the shit,
Let me
that
finish.
shit felt different after I saw Winter Soldier.
Yeah, for sure. And then guess what was on next?
Talk to me.
Winter Soldier.
Oh, God.
Dude, when he is by Peggy's bedside, and now you know that she married him.
Do you?
Which timeline are we talking about?
You know, man. Listen.
Headcanon only.
It's episode 200. Keep it together. You don't need to bring up The Last Jedi. All right?
Dude. Into the shits.
Yeah.
Like last episode.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, but when he's sitting there with Peggy and like it changes some shit, man. It does. Like it was some different shit, man. So yeah, I watched those 2 movies, which was great.
They're great. That second one, Winter Soldier, still.
It's fucking
Winter
amazing.
Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, still top 3.
It's fucking amazing.
I could watch them at any point.
Yeah. There's some other shit with the one little Weasley guy that he steals a briefcase from, like the Hail Hydra bit, because he's in the boat at the very beginning, and you're like, damn, did that shit already happen? Like in the continuity? You know, like is it one of those things that sometimes with time travel bits, like the time travel was always meant to be, it was always part of history. You know what I mean? So you question that shit as well because we don't really know. What else? I actually started painting again. I haven't painted like in a month, so I got some stuff I'm working on trying to get some room cleared out.
Work on my stuff anymore?
Yeah, Joe, I worked on your stuff.
Hey, actually, I have something
Sure
I want you to paint. If you can do it in the next 6
No,
days.
mine first.
It involves white paint and a flat brush.
And not a lot of liquid.
Dude, I did.
This is not true at all.
I did buy some high-end tri brushes. I'm serious. Like they're like
dry as fuck.
No, they actually have
powder.
They have a pad, an absorption pad.
Dry as fuck.
Dry as fuck. Yeah, facts.
I'll keep that in mind.
Facts.
I should have brought it with me, but I didn't. But I'll get it to you.
I do have some Joe stuff that's done, but he doesn't have any space for it right now because he's building his house. So I'm not bothered.
No, I put my case together yesterday.
Maryland, I feel like you're chomping at the bit, buddy.
I just wanted 5 minutes. I know you're not going to get to
All
everybody.
right, birthday boy, let's have it.
I just wanted to say DC Black Label is pretty much trash, like their products.
So let's tie that into the cold as ice bit.
Okay, you just don't like Batman's junk.
Well,
One of them.
There's this element of
there's one of them I do really like
of conservative politics and comics that is popping up regarding
the
Black Label and Iceman.
Okay.
So let's do all that in one bit.
I thought Iceman was from Marvel.
Correct.
Iceman, yeah.
Well,
irrelevant.
Some people would say that Captain Cold is
a
man of ice.
I did just see Chucky.
Oh, right. Really?
Mark Hamill.
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's voice was really good at it.
Yeah.
So,
what was it? Was it terrible?
No, it wasn't. It was. I mean, it wasn't as good as the '80s one.
Maryland,
of course not.
But I'd say for me it was
out of 10.
4.
No, it was a 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Sounds like a 4. You're trying to.
So you'd say terrible enough.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's voice is really what was there. You were there to see.
That dude's golden.
Yeah. He does a great creepy voice.
Bad Luck Day indeed. Friday the 13th legal battle. And NECA, and I know Greg and Matt will be very disappointed to hear this, but NECA has already had to suspend they are going to produce what they've already teased, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. But any further expansion is going to be suspended. Raul. Hot
No,
mic.
Raul.
Hot mic. Hot
Raul.
mic coming
Oh,
over.
man.
Hot mic coming
Oh,
over.
come on.
What if he just got on there and was like, Mannequin, Anakin, Baby Jason?
Raul's. Do you collect NECA, Raul? Okay.
He's got to go up there. Up that
Yep.
part. Oh, you wanted it for him? Oh, Raul, I thought you were getting ready to go fucking ham in this bitch. All right, go ahead, Gort.
Pretty much what you said. Anything that's in production right now, that's going to get released, but everything else, that's not going to happen. Like if they had anything that hasn't been shown at a toy show, not happening. But the license is suspended.
For Friday the 13th only,
for
though,
Friday
not
the
for Freddy,
13th.
or not for
why?
not for Aliens.
Why?
It's a legal battle between two of the creators. I don't remember their names because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it was one of the original
That's
creator
fair.
of
fair.
the Jason Voorhees character and one of the production company guys.
I'm surprised that either one of those during
Still
that time.
alive?
Well, not only that,
Because Coke and horse.
but even have
In the 70s?
would even have ownership.
Yeah.
You know, like because it's usually like in the 80s. That would have been a company.
So like
You know
there
what I
was
mean?
more, there was more video
Correct.
game stuff coming too. That's not going to be made now. Like
Well,
for the actual video
how
game.
was that video
Wasn't
game
that
that came
video
out?
game like a third party thing at first, and
Yeah,
then they
and-
endorsed it?
yeah, it
'Cause
got-
it was like Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, it was a Kickstarter first, then it got launched.
It was really good though, right?
And they were going to have more DLC coming, and now they can't. Now
Yeah,
they
I
won't.
know lots of
Son
people
of a
that
bitch.
like obsessively played that for a lot in the realm. Played that a lot.
I think I read this morning.
Hold on, mic it up.
Yeah, Mike, my
See,
man
this-
Tyler.
you-
He
you
came
might-
all the way from
Hold on,
fucking
hold on,
New
hold on.
England. Goddamn.
You might not remember having a mic near your face to record a podcast.
Hey, by the way, just a quick update. Tyler is a member of the host. Is a host of Enter the Realm on Monday nights.
He does the.
This is true.
and he has been for 6 months.
He does the.
Yeah, probably.
Thanks for playing along out.
Consecutively.
Consecutively, he's there
Thanks.
more than I am.
Thanks for being a team member, Joe Rogan. Jesus. You do the elite segment.
True.
He does. and
It's fitting.
And he can never do a presentation mode on his PowerPoint. It's a challenge every week. It's worked twice in 6 months.
It's using a Microsoft product through a Google outlet on a Mac.
This
I'm
is
just asking
probably a
for.
problem.
I'm just asking
Wait.
for problems.
Ironic.
Fair.
All right, so the article I read this morning on it was something about it changed. Well, first it was shot by one movie company, distributed by a second, and then during the time between the first two movies, another studio purchased the rights to make it.
Because New Line owns them now, right?
I guess they own Freddy.
There's only a way to find out these things.
It's on their box.
If there was only a box.
With all the,
consolidated human information over the...
Fuck! It's been like 200 episodes.
Yeah,
I
we
can't
used to be
remember
better at it. Ixnay on the...
Miss you and love you, Philip.
Yeah. Do your time, man.
Does he hear this?
Probably not where he's at.
No, where he's going.
Hold your head up, man.
Wow.
Ask Theo for some extra blankets. But yeah, so the article says... Falk mentioned the license has been suspended for the foreseeable future because of the rights battle. Only in development product will still be released. In other words, Friday the 13th figures that NECA has already shown off will still be released, but nothing else is coming until all the smoke clears on the legal battle. Presumably, this is now impacting not just NECA, but any and all companies who have the Friday the 13th license, which is more real bad news for fans.
Yeah, Mezco has a lot of stuff with horror.
So, moment of silence for Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Moment of
silence.
Is he a Mezco? You know it's not silent.
Thoughts and prayers.
That beard rubbing his phone.
Rub your beers for Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
It's probably the resurgence in popularity. Like people want a piece of the pie. I'm sure somebody wants to remake something.
Yeah, probably. Remix. So our next note is this. It's called Cold as Ice, and it's about this Iceman drama. Get the mic to Phil so he can fill us in.
Mike.
No, we got it.
I got it.
Okay. That's Joe's mic.
So tell us what's going on with Iceman.
Apparently, there was a either limited series or maxi run for Iceman. He was written in as a outed gay character now.
Correct.
And that was as of last
talking
year.
About
Bobby Drake from the X-Men.
Okay.
Not the Polish guy. That was like a hitman.
Yeah, that guy's scary as fuck.
He's definitely straight.
So anyway,
Not
the
anymore.
writer
Weird flex, but okay.
is a member of the LGBT community. And
LGBT. What community is he part of, Phil? LGBTP?
LMNOP?
KGB community, Phil?
Dude, the gay mafia's coming for you now. Facts. Do you think I'm playing?
Knock on wood.
Adam
Dude,
makes
Bailey,
one phone call.
Bailey, yeah, I know. Dad.
It's urgent.
You got 45 fellas running up on y'all.
What?
Anyway, Marvel opted.
They'll put you on a polo on the fucking Grindr app. Oh, I'm logging into Scruff right now. That son of a bitch is 3.2 miles away.
I don't even know what that means. What is Scruff?
Oh, it's.
I don't want to know what Scruff is.
I never told you the story before. It's a great story. So this is my grandmother had a. This is my grandmother that passed away last 2 Mays ago.
Did she invent an app called Scruff?
No.
Okay.
Thank Christ.
Yeah. She's not below it though. Grandma left the party apparently.
Wow, you found this out.
Dude, was Grandma outside?
Damn.
Dude, Adam is the only grandma who was outside.
Anyway, so we're sitting in the waiting area, and my dad is dodging my great aunt because she's like losing her mind or whatnot. And we're talking about something. He's like on his phone. I was like, why are you always on your phone? I was like, oh, I'm just checking out the Scruff. I was like, what is it? He's like, oh, it's like hookup app. And I was like, God damn it, you guys have it made. He's like, you have no idea. Watch this. He's just like scrolling.
Holy shit.
I mean, like full speed. He's like, Adam, this is a mile radius. I'm still going.
Just dudes that
They're
are
all married, with each with like 3
just
kids.
DTF, right?
Down to fuck right now. Belt buckles hitting the floor.
That's always the punchline, but it's a good one.
Is there an up arrow and a down arrow beside them for indicators, or
I don't know, man. I didn't look that hard.
Okay, that's what. Never mind.
Whoa.
So that's.
Then Billy J popped up.
So would you say that's better than Grindr?
So you know that
it depends on what you're looking for.
I'll add
I'm
it
looking for a hoagie.
I'll add it to the Q&A. So
the writer, Marvel opted to cancel the book,
Mm-hmm.
and the writer made kind of a little bit of a stink online when it actually happened. I think it was the tail end of last year, beginning of this.
Tail end. Stink.
Oh, come on.
You know what? I took a
Have some couth, gentlemen.
I took a sales class, and they said in
such an
conversation
ass
you
ache.
want to pick out the neon words.
So
there you go.
here's the thing. Do we know the numbers? See, this is what I always come back to with all this shit.
Was it performing?
So
to speak.
I was
So to speak.
going to touch on that. Was the book performing well?
What's the stream worth? I've been asking it for years. Other people have started asking it after me. 2.
True. That's true.
Yes. And 2, what are the numbers? So if the book didn't sell, if the fucking book sales were in the toilet because gay, straight, KGB, as in your words and Marilyn Phil's words, you can tweet.
Dude.
You can tweet at him.
At Nerd Rage.
Or not. If the book's numbers were in the gutter because the character just has never been that interesting, generally speaking, of an X-Men character, I don't know if I've ever bumped into anybody who I'm like, who's your favorite? Well, wait,
hashtag Kitty was a beard.
If I was like, who's your favorite X-Men character? And they were like, Iceman.
I know. I've
never
what you're
had
saying.
that experience. So
and that was Marvel's excuse for why they canceled it.
So that's what I'm saying. If
My favorite on a fighting game is my favorite.
Okay, that's a different conversation.
Marvel
though.
has claimed that because it's an X-Men miniseries, those always do bad and they always get canceled.
Correct. So if
no
why
matter
do they
who it
keep
is,
doing
regardless
them?
regardless of whether it's Iceman or Gambit.
Yeah, because Gambit got canceled.
I heard there's a movie coming.
Don't you fucking bring him into this.
I'm still waiting for that fucking movie.
That dude wore a trench coat and smoked cigarettes and carried a deck of cards at all times.
He is badass.
Technically had the gayest outfit of all that.
Facts.
Bobby, then you would really love this second season of Wolverine. I'll leave it alone.
So look, my question is that if the numbers of that book were in the toilet and Marvel canceled it because they've canceled every other X-Men book because all their fucking numbers are in the toilet because they don't have a fucking major movie backing and that's worth a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
If that is the reason why it's canceled,
that's the official reason.
So show the numbers. That's it. That's it.
I know.
Netflix, show your numbers.
Yeah.
iTunes, show your numbers. Marvel Comics, show
X-Men,
your numbers.
Iceman,
It all goes away.
Okay, but now, and he says it's because it's the end of Pride Month and he couldn't live with himself not talking about it.
And how many fucking pieces are made in a third-party run?
I heard some reviewers say it was 1,000. Around 1,000.
Limited numbers.
So I had a guy hit me up from a third-party company that said they gave me some numbers.
What are the numbers?
Yeah, just fucking give us the numbers, Bobby.
Come on, Bobby. Are you holding back the numbers?
Come on. You wouldn't
Are you
even
holding
mention
back
this
the numbers?
in your sit-down Saturday. Come
Intel
on.
200. Said the average run for most third-party companies is 2,000.
Okay.
Unless it's a highly popular character, it can get up to 5.
So you're saying Fans Toys does 5, everybody else does 2.
My guess is that Optimus, Bumblebee, Starscream, Soundwave do 5, and everybody else does 2.
You're saying Fans
What
Toys
about Grimlock?
Vampire didn't get 5,000?
I'm saying they didn't get 5.
The Dinobots? No?
Maybe Grimlock.
Initial, at least.
Gort seems to be in the know over there.
I feel like you
Shake
might.
his head.
Did you put one extra L on that?
Extra vowel in there, I think.
Initially.
I think it was extra I, maybe.
No, I just said initial, at least.
Oh, initial at least. Yeah. So that my guess is that they judge it character based. The lowest they do is 1,000. The highest they do is 5, and it depends on the popularity of the character and the demand of the character. But simultaneously though, to tie into that, like I think when they do like Junkion shit, like the 2-pack. Well, it wasn't a 2-pack, but you got a deal if you bought both because they wanted to push the one that nobody gave a fuck about. That you probably got. They probably did 1,000 of each for a total run of 2,000, and then still couldn't sell the second one. See, that's the issue. Is if they can't sell 1,000 of a Junkion, like we're not thinking this through in a broad scape of what they're going to take a gamble on producing, especially if they don't own their own factory. That's KFC owning their own factory, producing, I'm guessing 2,000, one of each, 1,000 of the Junkion, 1,000 of Wreck-Gar, giving you a deal if you buy both so they can unload both to distributors.
Yeah, but then you have the repaint. So then you think it's production
this future
without
shit?
paint?
This future shit? Or the because the two were released simultaneously, Wreck-Gar and whatever the fuck his name is.
Right.
Trash Sanford and Son, whatever his name is.
Whatever the fuck. Yeah. Trash and trash at,
Yeah.
whatever.
So my guess is that whatever they do, because they're still teasing these other ones, that's going to be half of that. So you'll see 1,000 run, 500 and 500. Is my guess.
So then,
but dude, Opus made an appearance. But like the but the
so
thing
then
is,
when they try to stretch it out for like fan toys, when they do the recolors,
dude, and I could get in my real bag about this because I got my fucking tinfoil hat so finely tuned. But like, think,
you know what I'm saying?
Think about the landscape now.
Save it for sit-down Saturday, Bobby.
Opus should make an appearance this sit-down Saturday.
Just real quick, is that like, if you think about what the landscape was distribution-wise 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Titan 1, GCI, Hung, they're all gone. They're all gone. The only people that are left are the big people. Like, they've killed it. You know, not to say that they killed it, but they're still alive and the other people are dead. So somehow, you know, survival of the fittest, whatever you want to say, like, think about that.
Yeah, no.
That's 3 major American retailers, period. That's it. Everything else is a fucking group buy. I guess Toy Dojo. Toy Dojo's still kicking for whatever, but they're fucking like, look, not for nothing, they're mobbed up. They're mobbed up. They're rubbing elbows. Like, they're in the inner circle. And I could get in my shit, and one day I will when I write my book. But
Bobby, there's smaller retailers out there that I guarantee aren't even on your radar. There's a lot of guys that are in the group still doing the
group buys,
doing the group buy stuff. But I mean, they actually are retailers because they sell all
drop
lines.
them.
Ageless Geeks, Toyco,
okay,
I believe carries some third party stuff.
Okay,
Agabus.
Yeah, Agabus is definitely in the game still.
Yeah,
I always forget about him. He's definitely in the game.
The guy that's in Captured Prey, he's still in the game.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, there's some out there, but Captured Prey have ties with Toy Dojo too. I don't know if Orson has anything to do with Toy Dojo. But to your point, there's been a lot.
That dude's hot and cold with me sometimes.
There's been a lot of
he's
evaporation,
and sometimes distant from me.
But you got to admit, one of those you mentioned is gone from the landscape, not because of anything but their own hand.
Yeah, GCI. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Now, Titan 1 just couldn't compete. I think it was too much of a headache and just can't compete in the landscape.
Yeah.
Hung couldn't deal with the bullshit. You know,
he couldn't hang in there.
Well,
I hate this podcast.
Getting back to production numbers and transparency, Mezco actually has on the side of their cases / how many numbers of cases. So their numbers are out there, and that's one of the few companies I know that does that. So, just saying.
Industry Chris.
Yeah, well, that's Chris can read a box.
Do you think the repaints you think they're manufactured and then when they don't sell, they repaint them? Is from the same first run, or you think it's a second run of repaints?
No, it's too expensive to break down those pallets, boxes, and
right.
Yeah.
No, well, I'm saying
He's just saying have the parts already made boxed up,
painted.
Yeah.
And then when they can't sell their,
I would doubt it because I bet you all that stuff is well, it's probably all
I think
manufactured to get right in the box.
I think they buy all their nuts and bolts in bulk, right? So like all their universal joints, all their ball pegs, all their such and such, and whatever they can apply that to. Well, double ball pegs, like whatever they can apply that to. That's how they capitalize on their engineering, especially like the smart guys. Like Keith is a smart guy, the boss of MMC, which is a little fucking pretentious. Is a smart guy.
But
yeah.
How does that work in?
Like what repaint are you talking about?
Just in general, just like.
Yeah, talk to us.
just like look at the Dinobots, right? Wasn't there like six repaint of one figure?
So there were. That's the. And that is an interesting question of why this is the set that they dabbled in that repaint game so heavily. The Fans Toys Dinobots, like for whatever reason,
they sold out instantly.
Right.
Yeah,
that was done
but after that, we haven't really seen too much of it. You know,
I honestly think they got burnt on it.
On the Dinobots,
and on the Quake waves.
See that that X set?
Well, they definitely got burnt.
How much does that X set go for, guys? If you have the full X set, it's like $4,000 or something stupid like that, isn't it? Yeah.
You think they got burnt before they came out with them?
I think they.
No, I think they had a hard X series aside, but like the G2 stuff and then the Quake Wave repaints. Like
that's when they should have left it when it was on eBay for. Just let
$800,
$800, whatever.
They got burned on the Quake Wave 2 ways. What was it? Quake Blast that came out.
Quake Blast
for
they got
$20,
KO'd.
and then
the Takara one
the
came.
official came,
and they had a batch that they had to destroy because it wasn't up to snuff. You know, so they had three major problems. You know, but I think that ever since then, I think they kind of have been doing finer numbers and just shotgun blasting them. Like, that's it. That's it, because we haven't really seen, with the exception of Skyfire, too much of those sort of tactics from them ever since. Yeah. And, to be fair, all of the Dinobot shit has its place. Like, it's not like they were just pulling it out of their ass. Like, there is a G2 culture to it. There is this, you know what I mean? Like, it had its place.
So no minimum runs. There has to be a minimum, right?
There has to be a minimum.
Right?
And I think the minimum is 1,000. I'm willing to bet money that the minimum is 1,000.
They do 500,
and I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet that if you own your own factory, 500 is feasible. I'm willing to bet that we've never seen any third party produce anything more than 5,000 units on an initial run.
On an initial run, okay,
would be my guess. But what is a Netflix stream actually?
All right, what's next?
Okay.
I can tell you how much your data is for your Facebook.
Well, anyway.
You know what that is?
What?
$12.
So what the
Facebook
writers,
sells all your data
per person.
Per person, it's valued about $12.
Well, all together or like year by year?
Every year. No, every year.
So it's like $12 a year.
Whoa! Big money. Dude, that's a very white trash T-shirt of you. Yeah. You know white trash love wolves?
Yeah, they do.
Dude, you went to you were in Pennsylvania for like 3 months, bro.
You know what else I like? Where's the dream catcher? Is it on the back?
What if it was?
It's in the car.
I could draw one for you real
Mikey
quick.
Shoulders is in the building. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How's everybody?
Dude, you barely made it, Mac.
Had car problems.
What happened?
My other car wouldn't start.
Which one? Bro, you got to put it all the way up to your mouth. Like it doesn't.
My other car wouldn't start.
You think you're on CNN? You got to relax.
No, I'm not on fake news.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wrong.
How have things been, Mike?
Things been good.
Oh, good. That's good to hear.
Anything
You
else?
want to be specific?
I don't know. I'm trying to wedge you in. I don't know exactly how to do it. I'll be honest with you. What do you feel about Iceman?
What can you tell us about Iceman?
He gets really cold.
Yeah, that's a fact. Did you know he was gay?
Yeah, I just heard that recently.
Yeah, so it's
he's
a big.
Gay, he's a gay character.
So we're actually having this conversation now about
Netflix streams.
You were talking bullshit
Are
before.
you familiar with the streaming service Netflix?
Yeah.
Do you know what the stream is actually worth?
No.
Because none of us do. It's a mystery. But
really,
yeah. But but
have you ever Googled it?
Good, do it, please. But the larger question at hand is the creators of Iceman, this limited series, are saying that they got shut down because they were gay writers. There was a gay writer.
Yeah, it was a gay writer.
It was a gay writer writing for a gay character, and he said that Marvel thought he was going too gay.
It's quote from the article.
Right. Too gay, and they shut him down.
Yeah, he got bashed behind
Marvel
the scenes.
is saying that it was a numbers. It was strictly a numbers game. Like the numbers were trash, so they canceled the book, as they cancel all books that are trash in regard to numbers. So my question is, why doesn't Marvel just release the numbers, for one? Now, numbers, of course, Like
Don't lie.
But so that's the thing. You know the phrase I live by: men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Right.
But numbers do definitely lie when it comes to corporations. And corporations can spin a number, and I'm sure can spin a number to look away.
That face.
So my thing is, if Marvel felt this way, they should just put the numbers out. Now, how this ties into a larger problem going on is that I'm not sure if you've heard of the Bat Dick, but it was just recently revealed last year, and it was uncircumcised, or was it circumcised?
It was circumcised. You only saw the shadow.
Attaboy. So
hashtag bad boys.
It was for protection. It was a tactical.
It was actually a stunt. It was actually a stunt cock. It wasn't even
Stunt cock.
It wasn't even his dick. Shout out to anybody who knows where that's from.
Now they've backed that down as well, and
it's really funny that you know that.
The kind of Twitter sphere, for lack of a better term, the conspiracy theorists are saying that it's pressure being put on DC from a kind of moral conservative standpoint to shut down Bat Dick to the masses.
Okay.
Right.
In case you were curious.
Yeah, it's the panel.
You got to look for the small highlight.
The head. It's a lot of dry brushing there in the head, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a white dry brush.
Listen, looks a little blue. I'm thinking it was not.
So, here's
Here, they highlight a little bit more.
Bingo.
That's a good one.
Dude, you're in your bag tonight. I like it. So here's the thing: is that my personal position is that a lot of these. It's my opinion, based on nothing. Is that a lot of these choices that are made in creative media are less to do with politics than people that are obsessed with politics would like to project onto it.
Okay.
That Iceman probably got canceled because the sales were in the fucking trash, because throughout history nobody's given a fuck about Iceman. And the Bat Dick book probably got banned because there's a very small pocket of people that bought a book based on the cock being exposed, of which I would have been one. Because
Dante wants more beer.
Are you not going to look? And could you ask my wife to...
I want a Rice Krispie treat.
That this is dry and this needs to be wet. She'll know what I'm talking about.
and the Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, but
I'll make her mad.
When they announced, when it came out.
Mike,
Yeah,
Mike,
yeah.
check.
Wasn't there some hubbub when it came out
About Batman's dick?
No,
Absolutely.
yes,
tons.
about that, but no, about
Not as
More
bad.
hubbub than the actual length of the cock.
Not as bad as Superman's dick, though. Fact.
Superman's dick is more impressive.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
well, he's Kryptonian, right?
What does that mean?
It's not a fair comparison.
What?
Kryptonians have big dicks. Everybody knows that.
No, but
You know Kryptonians? Kryptonian. Big dick Kryptonian. Oh, big dick Kryptonian. Yeah. I know the ones. Yeah.
It's got pictures.
No, I remember there being like an uproar saying that making him a gay character was a marketing move to try to sell books.
It absolutely
Yeah,
was.
I'm
sure it was.
Yeah.
And they were the other.
So it's like
thing
they're-
the guy was creating
they're-
was a transgender character.
They're
as well.
trying to have their cake and eat it too.
And they have they just produced a new rollout for the All-American Hero. That's a black female character in the Captain America suit. Have you seen this? It's like a...
Yeah.
Where's Evan? Evan! I got to get his opinion on this.
It's true.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I just can't remember the name.
So here's the thing about that. Is that, I don't give a shit about any
Mike
of...
Bobby.
I don't give a shit about any of that if it works. Like, black female Iron Man... The story
The
behind
Riri
that
Williams. Yeah.
fucking works. It
Yeah.
works all day and night.
Do you say it's okay to have her stay as Iron Man or to get her own character as Iron Heart?
No. I'm okay with either or.
Okay.
If she wants to be Iron Heart, cool. If she wants to be Iron Man, cool.
Because I'm more okay with her being her own character as Iron Heart. I think it expands the
But I'm
universe
okay.
more.
But I agree with that because I'm all in for a family move and a crew. But I also like the idea of legacy. So if it was a passing of the mantle, I'm good with that. Because it makes sense for her character.
Yeah, because she took over when Tony was gone.
And
for a while.
and Tony believed in her more than her own parents.
Yeah,
exactly. It just adds to the lure of it. It all works. So but to imagine that this isn't done with any sort of idea in order to make a statement and put some propaganda, or not propaganda, but to put some hype and some press around a book, because it doesn't matter, good press, bad press, it doesn't matter. It's all going to
get people
help
talking about it
exactly.
regardless.
It's going to help move the book. And I think my personal opinion is that all these books are in the fucking trash and nobody's talking about it. I don't think that the fucking companies are talking about it. I don't think that the fucking distributors are talking about it. I don't think the fucking bookstores are talking about it. I don't think anybody wants to talk about it, but I think nobody's reading the books and everybody's going to the fucking movies, is what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the majority of people. It's only the hardcore fans like me that still...
So they're willing to do fucking anything.
Yeah.
So I did find online...
Look, this guy's got his fucking dick growing out of his ear, and he's wearing fucking Superman's cape.
I did find online comic book sales.
It's a dick ear Superman.
And I'm down into the...
God damn.
That's not fair. That's not fair, and I asked the Puerto Rican.
That work to make it easier.
So,
hey, that'll be all. Take the rest of the night off.
Pass Evan and Mike, because I do have a question about it. I do have a question I wanted to ask Evan. It's another pour for you to chime in.
Nice.
And enjoy your Rice Krispie treat.
Great.
So we were talking.
I was just about to say should have been chocolate chips in it.
No, I was going to say chocolate Rice Krispies.
Oh, okay, that would have been even.
So
better.
let's have some dangerous conversations. Right? I feel like you and I thrive when we have dangerous conversations.
We do. We do. We have a good time.
Okay. So this character that is coming out that is Iceman, that is now a homosexual.
Yes.
In Wakanda, do they chew with their mouth closed as well, or is that a? It's up to you. It's your world. But like
that's right. Mouth noises. I forgot.
So, dude, he was tearing it up earlier tonight. I've never heard you. No. Listen, Joe, I love you like a brother, but I've never heard you chew that way.
I just came back from Japan.
You got lost in yourself. You need to find yourself again. You were over there too long.
You gotta be
with those people.
I've never heard. Were you raised in a barn? No.
That's how you appreciate food. You show appreciation by being real loud eating it.
Appreciate my house by closing your mouth while you eat. So
He's just slurping noodles now.
I'm going to have to explain to my kids why that's not okay, and I let you do it. Krista was chewing her mouth open too. I feel like you guys both got lost. You guys both get lost over there.
We found ourselves.
Good answer. Good answer.
All right. So, Iceman is a homosexual character now.
Correct.
Now, of the 5 original X-Men,
all right,
which would you say is the least interesting?
Far right.
Beast.
I said I would have said the same
That's
thing.
fucked up of you. But, okay. Let's go B.
The monkey should have been the most interesting one. Yeah.
You see this shit? That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Damn.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
See, I think Beast is super interesting.
Really?
But yeah.
He's boring as fuck.
So I think I think he's interesting during that era because he was like. It didn't seem like he was in total control of his changing back and forth. And
That's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're in agreement.
He has quirks.
Second least favorite. Second least interesting.
Gene. I really.
That's trash. That's a trash answer.
Come on, get out of here,
Dante. I can feel it. I can feel the steam coming off of him as an X-Men fan.
You like Gene?
Every X-Men fan likes
she
Gene.
was boring as fuck.
Talking about this, the cartoon? She was kind of boring in the cartoon.
She was very boring in the cartoon.
At times, she was boring, but before the Phoenix Saga.
I think she was.
Can we?
I feel like she was always falling down.
Can we admit
like,
that?
Was she always falling down, Gene, in the cartoon?
And I was just about to say
always
that.
Falling
She's
down.
always falling down, getting hurt.
Can we admit that? Can we, the best media representation aside from the book of the Dark Phoenix Saga was definitely 100% in the cartoon.
What?
Like the best representation of the Dark Phoenix Saga.
Oh, the 2
movies. Okay. The actual Dark Phoenix
was
Saga
100% the cartoon.
For sure.
You mean not X-Men 3?
I mean not X-Men 3.
Both of them.
And not this other movie that I haven't seen that I already know is worse.
And X-Men 3? Is it
No,
worse than X-Men 3?
no. It's worse than the cartoon.
It's worse than X-Men 3, though.
I think yes, but I don't know.
See,
Dante's more of an X-Men fan.
Wow, it's worse than X-Men 3?
No,
I don't think so.
Dante
you saw it, Mike?
X-Men 3, I think, is the worst.
But you saw it?
Did you see new?
I seen Dark Phoenix.
Okay.
Where would you put it on a scale from 1 to 10?
Let me guess.
5.
Oh, okay.
So most of the scores I've
I was gonna
heard,
say 6.
Most of the scores I've heard are between 4 and 6.
Wow.
6 being on the high end. So, all right.
Angel sucks too.
Come on, man.
So everybody suck. All 5 of them.
Angel,
everybody except
Angel
for
is.
What's his power?
So you think
what's his power?
It's not about his power. It's not about his power. It's about that dude
being sassy.
It's about
fabulous.
Dude,
all these
flying around.
You know what though? You know what? I'm with you. All the original X-Men fucking suck.
No, that's not true. Angel's
Yes, they do.
fucking fascinating, man. Like this is a dude that has. This is a dude. This is a man that has like wealth, and he's a handsome man, right? Like a classic beauty in the terms
He's
of
a
man.
cockatoo. Speaking of Iceman, cockatoo.
Thank you very
This
much.
is a cock.
Pollo Loco.
So, and he like he for real looks like an angel, and yet it's the most ugly thing about him, and he's fucking terrified of it and fucking like destroyed by it.
Sounds like first world problems.
Yeah, fucking his privilege. Needs to check his flight privilege.
Weird flex.
So you think Iceman is more interesting than Angel?
Yes.
Why?
I agree with that.
Because he's gay.
No.
Iceman is the.
I agree. I think
No.
so. This isn't. I think Iceman being gay makes him more interesting.
No, Iceman
But
he was pretty cool back in the day when he was like ridiculous.
He
powerful.
was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was an
He
Omega
was-
level.
he's an
only one
Omega-
besides Gene of the original
Yeah,
five.
he's
that's
an
Omega
level. Yeah.
He can stop.
His powers. I associate coolness with powers.
Yeah,
and
so do
think
I.
That makes it.
But the original X-Men, nobody was talking about Omega level mutants.
That's true, but he had better
Yeah,
powers
the
than
original
Angel.
X-Men sucked.
Like, hey, you can
Interesting.
fly around and recon, great. But
And you have fucking laser beams that come out of your eyes, and you have fucking telekinesis,
Yeah.
and you have fucking you turn into a monster.
and again,
Yeah, all cooler.
Angel
No,
molts
all that
once
shit is-
a year.
all that
That's
shit-
not a power.
All that shit is cooler than an ice sled.
Yeah, whatever. It's
Dude.
flying around is
Throwing-
not
Right?
cool.
Throwing
Shoulders
snowball.
is with me.
Ice Sled's the
think
shit.
Angel of
man.
Iceman?
No, it's not.
Dude.
You watch Incredibles? Incredibles?
Dude,
Where's my super suit?
Frozone is the shit.
It is.
Frozone has personality. Frozone has swag.
Personality goes a long
Bobby
way.
does not have personality.
But he
Just
has
isolate
but
that.
No. But
Just
you know what?
isolate that
No, but he's
Barbie
got
has no
great.
personality.
No. He's got great
Isolate,
decorating
yes.
skills though.
But see,
Hey, he's a cool guy.
But see, that's my point. Is that him being gay is the most interesting thing about him.
Do you
I
think his
disagree.
relationship with Kitty Pryde made him interesting for a time period?
I did.
No, I think it makes it more interesting that he had a relationship with Kitty Pryde and now he's gay.
Yeah, so she turned him gay.
The box is trash.
Hey! Don't do that.
Trash box kitty. Got it.
Shadow box was trash.
So I say that to say this is that
shadow box in that
is that
When I heard you on the radio,
you get that joke?
Can you imagine
get that joke?
in a world where all of a sudden there's all these Iceman fans
Hit
tonight?
there.
All of a sudden, out of the blue, there's all these Iceman fans. But 2 weeks ago, I've never met any. I've never met any.
Out of the blue or out of the rainbow?
Oh boy.
Well, I've got pride in Iceman.
You can always see the head turn.
So, but my thing is that like.
Well, Iceman didn't get.
Let's imagine there's an Iceman book coming out. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's play hardball. This Iceman book did come out. Big time fan. Did you buy it?
Goddamn no.
Well, what about you, Joe? You think he's fucking awesome. You buy it?
I don't buy any books.
Oh, how about that? How about Phil? You fucking buy that thing? You fucking big time fan?
I never said I was a big time X-Men fan.
Fucking weird, right? Anybody fucking buy the fucking Iceman book?
And how's that
Fucking
Angel book
no!
I pick him when I play
No!
video games.
And you know why? Because nobody gives a shit. And that's my point. It's got nothing to do with gay, straight. It's got nothing to do with any of that. It's the fact that the character just basically isn't that interesting, and nobody cares about who he is. People only care about how.
But he is more interesting than Angel.
I disagree.
100%.
People only care.
Definitely.
People,
100%.
Archangel is a different story.
Yes, I agree
Archangel
that.
was awesome.
But it's,
Yeah, he's
regular
different
Angel,
story.
it's all one package.
No.
It's like yeah,
Nah.
for sure. It's like,
No.
After
Here's
you got
all
turned
Warren
on.
Worthington the
Okay,
third.
fine. Fucking Uncle Dolphin is interesting. And fucking Joe is trash. So like, so it's like, like my point is that the book may have just done poorly because the character's just not that fucking interesting.
I could agree with that. Now, when you said who's your favorite X-Men, like who's trash, obviously Angel and Jean Grey and Beast. And then, but if you're talking about buying a book, I'm not going to buy an Iceman book because can you name a personality trait of Iceman? No, he's Bobby Drake, right?
Gay.
Yeah, he's gay. He's
I
gay
mean,
now.
that's going to be the thing.
Bobby, that doesn't
He gives you the
define
cold shoulder.
him, though.
But I'm telling you, that's going to be the thing. That's going to be the most defining thing about
That's it,
him now.
yeah.
And that's that's actually more interesting. That's my point. Is that it's actually more interesting than most of the shit that's in the fucking foundation of that character anyway.
Wait,
so I'm
how
good
long
with
has he
that.
been gay?
I don't know. Phil?
He was born that way.
No. Phil, what's the answer?
It's not a choice.
Phil, you're going to have to take off that Marvel hat if you don't know the answer.
50-50.
Well, I think he's been out in the comics for the past 2 years.
It's been longer than that?
So, Bobby,
It might be
Bobby,
longer than that. But
I have a point here. So, I know we both read the Hawkeye Matt Fraction books.
Which is great.
Right. Prior to that, could you have named a character trait of Hawkeye?
No.
Okay. So, making the point that I think there is opportunity for people to take risks with these
100%.
B-level characters.
100%. I 100%.
And this didn't work, so they just need to move the fuck on and try it again a couple years later.
Right.
I mean, the most interesting books, that's not bullshit, are the B characters or the C level characters or the D characters.
Because they can do what the
bring
fuck
out.
they want.
Yeah, and they make something interesting. Like, holy fuck,
I
this is
disagree
great.
with that.
Like, I don't know.
I don't think
Identity
that-
Crisis was like a prime example, something like that.
I think the most interesting thing about Identity Crisis is the Batman story.
No.
Me personally.
I disagree with that, and I'm talking about a DC book. Believe
Like
it or
it's
not.
the fact that Batman's like fucking mind got wiped and he didn't know. Like that to me is like the fucking.
I think
that's
it's 'cause
the
you're biased. That's
maybe
the part you care about.
and it's also the fact that he failed to fucking save Robin 3's parents. Like that's the fucking interesting thing about that book to me. I love that book. I love all the stuff it does with Elongated Man and all that shit too. Don't get me wrong, but I think the most interesting shit of that is the A-list character shit.
Vision.
Yes, but I wouldn't say the Vision is greater than Long Halloween.
Yeah, but that's apples and oranges.
Because it's an A-list character and a fucking C-list
No,
character.
no.
I don't get it. I
I'm
didn't
saying
like Long
that,
Halloween.
that Long
What?
Hall-
I didn't like Long Halloween.
Long Halloween comes
Yeah,
out
but you like
once
fucking
every
Gears of the
20
City
years.
or whatever that shit is called.
I know, fucking brutal.
So, all right, so look. Let's move on to this last bit, and it's not that it's even worth really talking about. I just made a good fucking note for it, and I want to talk about it. So,
so stroke my own dick. Go ahead.
Marvel Show 1602 was pitched by Neil Gaiman,
Yeah.
to Marvel Studios,
Yeah.
and I called it Marvel Sandbaggin. Think about it. He created Sandman. That's what I'm saying.
I got it. It just wasn't worth the reaction.
All right, fuck you guys.
That was
man.
bad.
Should have talked about the Black
This is
Label
the last
stuff.
episode, as a matter of fact.
That was a C-level character joke, Bobby.
All right, so we got
Such an angel joke.
we got so we got some questions, and then we can get the fuck out of here.
We got 50 fucking questions to go through.
Do we really?
No, it was 50. It's 50 rapid fire.
Right.
Okay, good.
I
I thought it was going to be 200.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Fucking
but he
failure.
failed you. He failed you. All right,
It's my
so
last. I'm quitting because of you.
Sam Mead. Shout out to Sam Mead. He's on Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater, and he wants to be on the Force Sensitive as well. So we're going to get him lined up for that. He said, "What's up, guys? First and foremost, happy 200. That's a huge deal, and you guys should be proud. Iceman proud."
Hey, kind of works.
Yeah. I don't really have a question, more so just some statements, some sentiments.
More like a question.
I did this for episode 100 and figured I'd make it a tradition. I'm on board with that.
All right.
So next time we hear from you, it's another 100.
Chris, love hearing you on the show. Would love to know more about where you're from.
So
No, he didn't say that.
Well, hang on real quick while we got everybody here. I could use some help. So anybody that doesn't know, back home in Alabama.
Where I'm from.
Well, you guys suck really
You
bad.
shouldn't have said it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you fucked it all up.
I'm sorry. I'm
You
trying to
just
be a
waited.
fucking I'm a team player.
You should have just
Yeah.
waited and
Yeah.
quiet.
So,
God damn it, Bobby. Erase that part.
where you don't have to, Chris, love hearing you on a show where you don't have to host. You are more relaxed, and it's cool to hear you from a different angle. You and I go back a little bit, and you were one of the first people that I heard on a podcast that I ever interacted with.
Oh.
Plus, you are 7'4" from what I understand.
Yep.
What's that shoe size like?
I mean,
he didn't ask that.
okay.
That was me.
15.
Don't worry about it.
Tyler knows. So.
Joe, like I said before, you and I agree almost 100% on everything. So it's like I'm on the show.
Oh, he likes trash movies too.
He likes licking buttholes too.
So it's like I'm on the show even though I'm not. I hope one day you finally have kids and long last realize what a purposeful life could be.
Good luck with that.
Adam, we're light years apart on everything except Endgame. But it's important for all us to hear different people with different opinions. Living in bubbles can be dangerous, and hearing you voice and explain your stances reminds me that we have differing opinions but have similar priorities, and that's what is important.
Nice. I don't know what that means. It's fine. Continue.
It means just let it grow down a little bit on the side.
I know it's a little short, a little faux hawk going on today, right? God damn it! It's that one barber. Like,
you think so, right? A little bit, an inch.
It's that one barber's like, I'm free. I'm like, I kind of want that guy.
All of a sudden,
and you're like, oh,
he was hitting it nice, and he's like, oh, don't worry about that.
How do you know he's Asian?
That wasn't my Asian impression.
It's your summer cut.
Make you very tight. Bobby, I've been watching your stuff since about 2014. This last year has been great to see your content change and evolve, and it comes across to me that you are doing things and making content you want to make, and that passion comes across. Can't say that enough. Cheers to you all for 200 episodes, and cheers to 100 more. I'll do this for episode 300 if I'm not dead by then. Thanks for all you guys do. Sam. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
Let's make some noise.
We're going to have to screen this episode to make sure it's not going to have to be a Patreon only with the content we have on here.
I think it's okay. There's one part I know I got to get at 13 minutes and 37 seconds.
Dude.
Hey.
Pussy.
Yeah, no, for real. Facts. Hey, what's up, guys? This is from James G. He said, a few days ago, Dante posted on the Facebook about how Dark Phoenix had flopped. I'd commented, but it also got me thinking, Godzilla, Pikachu, Secret Life of Pets, Men in Black, Shaft, Captive State, the list goes on, but all these movies are considered flops by Hollywood standards, and I'd be interested to know not the money amount, but the actual asses and seats amount of people. I thought Godzilla was good, and the drive-in was packed when I took the kids to Pikachu. James, don't take your kids in the drive-through, Mac. They got reclining seats now. Should we be having the discussion that movies have priced themselves out of the market and that these movies aren't bad? I wanted to see Captive State, but by the time we'd have went as a couple, we'd have been out, say, $40, which is kind of an expensive risk for a movie that doesn't have the fanfare to, say, an Endgame or Star Wars class of movie. Sure, you can see a matinee, join the premiere club, not get popcorn, etc. But are we as a population willing to go in and take a chance with our dollars on something that doesn't feel safe to us? How many times have you said on the show, I'll wait for Netflix, then you say a few months later, I enjoyed it? I mean, some movies shit the bed, but I've heard the word flop a lot with these last few flicks, and that doesn't make a lot of sense when the most of them haven't had the competition on the release of a weekend. No, I think that's a good fucking point. Like, I
never go to the theater.
I think that like the fucking I think the movie theater industry needs to change because it's almost only worth going to see your end games, your
spectacles,
your spectacles. Like it's like it's just not. It's expensive.
Just wait 2 months
it's fucking
and they'll
expensive.
be streaming somewhere.
Yesterday, I saw
home.
somebody tweet at
Or
me,
2
go
hours.
see Yesterday? Fuck you. Yeah, Tomorrow, I'm not going to go see Yesterday. At all. I'm going to save my $40 and sit at home tomorrow.
Your trouble seems so far away.
Speaking
I
of
actually want to
things,
see that movie.
Speaking of things being,
I do too, but not for fucking $40.
Calm down, Jesus
sorry.
fucking Christ!
I'm getting emotional. I'm very passionate.
Speaking of things being on Netflix, Into the Spider-Verse is now on Netflix. So
I just told my wife today.
There you go.
It's up on.
I can't wait to hear your.
And we moved it ahead of Jessica Jones.
I can't wait to hear how much.
I don't know why.
Why you think I'm going to hate it?
Dude, you hate everything.
Yeah. I just said I like Quiet Place. See, that's the thing with you guys.
I didn't. Hey, don't look at me. Don't
No,
you guys.
it's all of you. It's all of you. It's all of you. I'm on to all of you. So you say if the popular opinion is that something is good, then Bobby automatically defaults to it is not good. But the pop. What did you say?
Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, Umbrella Academy.
No, but Quiet Place does not constitute that.
But the
I said it was good.
popular opinion is that it is good.
But that's not like a big.
What's the tomatoes?
Who hasn't
What's
seen?
tomatoes
Who
on?
hasn't seen? Who all here has seen the Quiet Place? So everybody's seen it except me and you.
You haven't. I
You
thought you
saw
I
it.
haven't seen it. No.
I told you.
Quiet Place?
I could have sworn you said you.
You said
watched.
I thought you said you saw
It's
it.
got John Krasinski and Emily
I know
Blunt.
it is. I haven't seen
He
it.
knows
Could
about
have
it.
sworn you said you saw it.
Hey,
when we talked
and who liked it? Who liked Quiet Place? Your Bird's box is good.
Is that a Bird Box puzzle you have to solve? Joe?
But I wouldn't say Quiet Place constitutes a cultural phenomenon.
No, I'm not saying it's a cultural phenomenon, but I'm saying that the overwhelming majority of people that have watched it have enjoyed it.
The complaint about you is not that you dislike every movie. The complaint about you is it's something that like everybody likes and everybody's going to go see. You automatically is trash.
What about Infinity War?
I mean,
what about Endgame?
But that's my point. Is that maybe I just like things and don't like things. Maybe even though Infinity War everybody loved and everybody went to go see it and it was hugely successful and I also loved it. And then maybe Endgame was the same parameters and also I did not.
There's no consistency with you. Sometimes it's like this. Bobby, did you like it?
Well, maybe the inconsistency is to your theory.
Nope. Didn't like it.
Maybe the inconsistency is to your theory.
I hope.
Is what I'm suggesting.
I would hope.
You got something, Tyler?
Do it.
We've moved past it.
Just say it. Go back.
Come on. No, I was just going to say with the movie industry, I think they're not Spider-Man. I think the movie industry is trying. I think we've seen theaters come a long way in the last 10 years. And especially now with some of the improvements and with some of the enhancements, like with 4DX, like I think they're trying to do things to get people into the seats.
The seats are definitely more comfortable nowadays.
And you can purchase your tickets online. You can reserve your seats.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, assigned seating is
great.
Awesome.
Yeah, and there's places where you can go.
Are you in a group? Yes. Okay.
There's places where you can go where you can order food. They'll deliver it right to your seats. Like they're trying everything to kind of keep them afloat.
I agree.
Unfortunately, I think the way that the world is working and we have to leave our houses less and less, I think it's only going to be a matter of time. I would say probably in the next 10 years, theaters are going to go away. And
you know what I think?
I would pay $20 to stream at home on a fucking.
No. What'll be the next thing?
I think everybody's going to have
even if it was a single view.
I think it is going to be a single view, and I think it's going to be like it'll be by movie studio.
I think the new thing will be.
I like that.
I think the Disney streaming deal may change the game
because people's houses are actually getting smaller. So all the millennials are buying.
Not mine.
Not you.
They're
buying all the millennials. Nobody here is a millennial. All right, all the millennials are buying these like neo-colonial houses, a little bit smaller and everything, like these townhouses and shit. So my guess is the next big thing is you'll go to a third-party business, which is like a big fucking party DVD, whatever.
I mean, like a video store.
No. You'll go. There'll be seating, but it'll be a smaller theater, and you'll get together with your buddies. Like, hey, man, what's
rent it out for the night for like 10 people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like that too. Though.
And you'll have like a little party. And
I'd be all over that
shit.
Yeah.
You don't need that. You already have your theater room.
Yeah, but you can't fit 10 people. I mean,
how many movies?
You gonna get down on B-bag chair?
How many movies? How many movies a month do you watch in that room? In a month.
One.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll do you better. I think we're going to VR it all. We don't even have them in the same room. We all put on goggles at the same time. We watch the same movie.
Standing next to each other, like
not even standing. I'll be in my house, you'll be in your house, but we'll be in this.
But you gotta have headsets and shit. Because I got. But then I also want to like sometimes I just want to whisper something to Adam and not to everybody. So I have to be able to control it.
You got a button.
Yeah,
I'm sure you have a button.
That. When you went over to me, I want to hear it.
Like I'm just
you just send him a message and it shows up on his.
I gotta text it.
So that's
Joe's there slurping. No. Joe's there slurping noodles.
I gotta use my iSync.
You just think it.
Well, did any of you guys see what the NBA did for the first time this final?
Of course not.
Oh yeah, I'm all over that shit. Fucking, it was fucking.
Well, you mean the Canadians winning and us being ashamed to be Americans?
LeBron Jones.
Close. Well, so for
slam dunk, man.
For the first time,
great field goal in that game.
So for the first time, the NBA offered what they called their VR view. So they picked 2 seats in the lower bowl, and you were actually able to go on and you would pay. But it would actually be like you were physically sitting in those seats.
So it'd be like a bunch of people paying tickets for 2 seats.
From home. So
they're making mad money.
So if you had a HTC Vive or one of these other headsets, you would put it on and you would feel like you were in the game. So you could see the crowd around you.
Like
you could watch the entire game, but you're doing it from the comfort of your own home.
You can be taking.
I'm not mad at that.
So I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
And the other problem is, and I think we're going to see more and more of this when we start talking about quality and the quantities of some of these streaming services. So did anybody see the press release that NBC is starting their own streaming thing? So starting in 2021,
I did see that.
They're pulling all their stuff
off
of
Netflix. They're pulling The Office off of Netflix, and that's going to put Netflix in a fucking bad spot.
And Friends.
Yes.
Friends is number 1. Office is number 2
Correct.
on Netflix.
Netflix is going to sustain themselves with the originals.
They're going to be in trouble.
And I think this is what
There's so much Netflix originals. Bro.
And this
But
is
the
what
Millar-verse.
and it's
But
gonna-
what is it worth?
Well, it's going to come full circle. So now everybody's going to have their own streaming services. We're all going to be kicking in $5 per channel, and then we're back to basic cable again.
So the
Where we're
question,
forking out
this is
$100.
true. So this is a question that did come up on the Joe Budden podcast that I have robbed, but like, is the music, the movie and television industry working the same way as the music industry, where Sony is relying on the catalog of like 5 great musicians, Universal is relying on the catalog of like 5 great musicians?
That's Prato's principle. So like
I never met Prado, but I hope he's a good guy.
So
I've fucked with Plato.
Out of all
the pleasure principle?
No, Prato's principle. So
you know about the Plato principle?
Sounds like Star Wars.
That's when you make the
so
spaghetti.
5%. So 5% of any given population does 50% of the work. So 5%. So 5% of the top musicians and 50% of their stuff. 50% of the stuff plays theirs.
That's not true in McDonald's.
Out of 50%, 5% of their material is 50% of the songs played.
Right, but
and that goes through everything that
right.
humans manufacture.
No, I understand that, but in concept though, like, is Long Day's Night going to be a bigger song than fucking any fucking song ever created? Do you know what I mean? Like, is Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog going to be a bigger song? Is fucking Thriller going to be a bigger song than any song? Like, are these companies?
Yeah, they're part of the 5%.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that, like, is that the same thing in the music and is the same thing in the movie industry?
Shout out to the 5%.
Because if that's the case, then Netflix is done.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's why Netflix's stock is dropping.
Well, I think Netflix stock is dropping. It's correlated directly to the Disney.
Well,
it's almost day for day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean DMX was right? Stop, drop, open up shop.
Dude, you know what I was listening to today? Dude, you know, like, give him shoulders to Mike because he's a big DMX fan. But like, because that was originally the intro for you had to say the song. I'm not allowed to say it.
My niggas.
It was originally the song for Jig Up My Joker.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Yeah.
It was the intro to that, and I always and I always liked that part of it, but when it went into the actual song, I didn't like it. I didn't like it, but I liked it. And when the Rough Riders remixed it and just looped that part over and over, it came on in a playlist I was listening to today, and I was like, man, that shit still hits.
Rocks.
Yeah. But yeah, we all agree. All right, so let's see. We have.
God damn. Is the name? Never mind. I'll leave it alone.
From James Ramirez, he said, "Hope this
is the name Rough Riders Jail Talk as well."
What?
Is the name Rough Riders Jail Talk as well?
Probably.
Dude, think about it.
Dude, I just watched this documentary about the Rough Riders had this like run in with the Hells Angels, and the Hells Angels almost killed them all.
Like hang on a second, because I've seen mad dudes riding around on their sport bikes with Rough Rider cuts on.
So
are they? Is that? Just, I don't know. Are they affiliated?
Here's the thing.
They bought that at Macy's.
There is a.
I don't know.
There is a Rough Riders bike crew that has nothing to do with the New York rap conglomerate.
Although they
Riders.
have the exact same logos.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Established by Teddy Roosevelt.
So the New York conglomerate went on this like cross country tour to the Midwest. And the Hells Angels approached them.
Did they get mistaken as the bike gang?
Fun fact about the Hells Angels: they used to tongue kiss each other whenever journalists would come around.
Right, I knew that. Yeah.
So anyway, back to this. They brought them out and they were like, "Look," the Rough Riders they were all 100% armed to the teeth, and they were ready to put us all in the ground. And they were like, "What are you guys about?" And they were like, "Look, we're not a biker gang. We're like a group of friends that do music and make such and such." And they were like, "So you guys just some cool friends." and they were like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Okay, cool, no problem. One thing you need to do when you come to our town, you need to let us know. 1 and 2, there is a group of Rough Riders here that are actually the Rough Riders, and you need to ask them for permission to be here." And they had to do that ever since to kind of co-align with them. But I just watched a documentary on
Did Drag On report all that?
No. It was like these biker guys that are part of the Rough Riders crew. Dragon still couldn't get a job even on that.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So
speaking of Teddy Roosevelt, right? You know his sons.
Teddy Riley?
No.
Teddy
His sons were actually part of the group in China that found the first panda bear. Right? Guess how long it took them to find a panda bear? How many years?
it was like 60 years ago or something, right?
No, that's not years ago. How many years?
Yeah, but
scientists went there.
But they were like talking about it. It was like a legend or something.
They
and
found
then,
a pelt.
They found that shit like in the 1900s.
They found a pelt. They brought it to England, and a bunch of scientists all went out there to search for the fucking panda bear. It goes to the mountains. Guess how many years it took them to find one?
100 years.
50 years.
I was way off.
You're way off.
But guess
Dude,
what?
50 years?
You know what that means? Bigfoot's real.
Exactly. High five.
Yes. So, hey, Monica, I see you out there. Don't play coy. Lip is on. Lip is on. Is anybody else out there? Is Pam out there or Laura out there? Come both. Come, Monica, Pam, Laura. Just for a second. Just for a second. Pass them the mic, Shoulders, please. Let them hold it between the three of them. They'll know what to do. They're there. I know they're there.
No, she's gone.
Pam's not going. She's
going.
We know where she went.
She's going. She'll complain. She's the manager.
Look, for just a second.
She didn't even text me.
We should take a minute
God
and
damn.
thank the ladies of our lives that sit back and let us do all this shit and are very supportive and give us very minimal grief. Are we right? Make some noise for the ladies, guys. We appreciate you, and you're looking good in them red shorts. All right. So,
hey, Joe, my wife left me here. Can you give me a ride back on your way home?
So James said, been hearing a lot of rumors about the X-Men can be integrated into the MCU, from the snaps being involved to having a Wolverine movie set in World War I. My question for you is this. Should they find a way to integrate them? What storyline would you like to see done? Something already done like Days of Future Past or Phoenix Saga a la MCU style, or something not seen before like using Mr. Sinister as he was teased, or perhaps something along the lines of Cassandra Nova. And then he has some Star Wars related questions.
You've answered this before, and your answer is my answer is the House of M.
I think that's the best way to go about it.
No more Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix. You got to let that needs at least 5 years of rest.
More than that.
I said at least, like minimum. Okay, so like many, I have found myself conflicted on the prequels and how they affected the saga overall. Sorry, Bobby, but outside the lightsaber combat and Clone Wars show, I am not a fan. One of the things I often wonder and hope to hear your input on, especially Bobby's, is do you feel that the introduction of the prophecy, the chosen one, and Lucas' concept of balance did more harm than good overall?
Ooh. That's fair.
Yeah, I think that is a fair question.
That's a fair question.
To the fandom? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah,
Or
do you
to
think
the
the question, and Shoulders, you got the mic still? Good. Let's get Shoulders' opinion on this. He's a big Star Wars fan. Do you think that the idea of the prophecy of the chosen one to bring balance of the Force did more harm than good overall?
I think it did more harm than good.
How so?
Because
speak on it.
With the chosen one, it's almost like having a religion.
Hey, hold that mic like a preacher.
Huh? What? It limited on what they could take.
You're going to run out of
with the
stereotypes
prophecy
by
of having the chosen one.
I'm working on it.
It's like
Gotta
only
make Evan
focused
proud.
on the Skywalkers. It can't expand. To me, it can't expand any further than them. As far as having a prophecy and a chosen one. That makes sense.
So you're saying it puts it in a bubble.
It makes it one dimensional. It makes it very one dimensional. You know what I mean?
Like, let me ask you this, because we've had a debate back and forth, and we see this differently, which I'm 100% okay with. I feel like Adam is less okay with it, but I'm 100% okay with it. What do you think bringing balance to the Force means?
There should only be two, Jedi and Sith.
Okay, so you're with Adam. That's what Adam thinks
A
as well.
master and apprentice.
That's not what I think. Let me.
You would rather have more of each?
No. That's not what I would rather.
Okay.
I think that the balance of the Force is that everybody has both good and bad. I think Mace has both good and bad. I think Anakin had both good and bad.
Bad boys.
Qui-Gon.
Stop it. We got to get this thing going.
Okay.
We got rapid fire questions. Save this for the Force.
So what I'm
sensitive.
so what I'm saying is that like that is balance. The Sith are absolute. It's an absolute bad. It's an all
bad.
Wait.
Bad.
Absence. I don't know how to say it. I have to be very careful. Absence of light. Spot. On the fabric of the Force. Okay. So,
dude.
So what I'm saying is that like while a Jedi has both good and bad, majority good, a little bit of bad, the Sith are 100% bad. Right. So by eradicating the Sith, you bring balance to the Force because everybody has good and bad in them.
I understand that.
Could you pass it over to Gort real quick and get Gort's opinion on this? What do you think? What do you think about this question overall, first and foremost? Do you think that the prophecy, the chosen one, all that stuff, did it do more harm than good?
I think there's nothing wrong with having the prophecy because, like you point out, like there could be a religious aspect to it, and I don't disagree exactly. But, you know, it's just the same folklore, legend. It's just something people are believing in. They're not looking for answers. That's just something that's, say, been there since the start of time as far as they're concerned. They don't know. But
Gord, I'm going to let you know you got some serious swag on that seat, the way you're sitting with your elbows up and all that shit. Like, it looks good. It's a good look for you. You should get a picture. That should be your Facebook profile. You're looking cool right now, man.
Don't move.
I'm gonna interrupt you, but I'm gonna let you finish. What did Han Solo say about
a bunch of simple tricks and nonsense?
Right.
But see, I
Hokey
think
religions, right?
Yeah, but I think that Han Solo was more in touch with the Force than people think.
I agree because I like the Solo movie. I'll say that out loud.
Same. It's fine.
But just saying that to say, you know, I think Brett Michaels said it a long time ago. You know,
last Christmas,
give him something to believe in.
You're in your bag.
That is Brett Michaels.
No, but I knew where he was going. He just took the Michaels and ran with it, man. I'm riding with him.
As usual, I only know about a third of what's going on here.
Not for nothing. Watch George Michaels, that video. Watch that music video today and see if it doesn't have a different swag to it.
No, it doesn't.
Dude.
I'll send it. I got a couple for you as well.
Please go ahead.
Tyler fucked up your light, though. So.
Well, you threw Han Solo in there. I just got to touch on that one quick, too. Not part of the question. I've always felt he's got a bit of the Force. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just the luck aspect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the dude that constantly rolls sixes and you don't know why.
Yep.
It's you in that regard.
Yeah. Like Yoda says, the Force is in everything. Whether you have the ability to use it or not, that's another thing. He just doesn't know he's using it.
Or you figure it out.
See, that's that shit. That's that Star Wars shit I love.
I am a puppet.
I'm a puppet.
Or if you've taken the time and
let us touch
and met the right people to learn how to use it.
Yes.
I think it's possible that everybody could be a Force user if they apply themselves.
But what about the midichlorians?
Have you ever can you imagine Yoda eating a box?
Let me get my Lady Bick out to communicate.
Can you imagine? Do you think he would eat a box like a turtle would eat a berry?
Somebody else has got to use that mic.
That's his mic.
Rocking down to the river, I'm strolling. Beach.
My other question requires.
Hold on, man, motherfucker.
I'm sorry.
God damn it!
You're the one that told me to keep it moving.
Jesus.
No, Tyler, John, man.
I think this prophecy, I think it's a good opportunity to even tie it back even further, going back to the Old Republic, kind of like you talked about. Like there's, even now, if you look, there's many religions around the world, and they're all based on the chosen one, right? So if it's Christianity, if it's Buddhism, if it is, Satanism. Man, I got a new perspective on you tonight.
I mean, if it's Gilgamesh, you know.
It's what?
If it's Gilgamesh.
Yo, you love Gilgamesh.
Yeah. Spaghetti Monster.
Yeah. Born of a virgin mother.
Or, you know, Allah. I mean, there's
it's like
all
Mario saying dangerous liaisons. Remember, you used to always want to say dangerous liaisons. Yeah, it's like a modern retake of dangerous liaisons.
It's like Antonio Banderas. You remember that shit, right?
All right, go on.
Continue.
I'm sorry.
You guys derailed my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
No, but I don't think it damages it, but I think it opens it up to more. Like, even though there is a chosen one, it could be a chosen one every time the force becomes out of balance.
So that's where I agree with Adam, is because once you open up this and you are applying this as a rule to this universe, now the whole universe has to play under the guise of this rule. And that's where I agree. I think that conceptually it doesn't take away from it, which is where I agree with Gort. But where I agree with you and Adam is where it applies to further films, because now you have to apply the same rule and standard to all of them. So it all has to fit into the same pocket.
Ray theory. I was watching the Star Wars video today, and I think that Ray's the new chosen one. That's ever since Episode 7. But an interesting Ray theory that I heard today is, that snap scene in Last Jedi? There's like a bazillion of her. Like, what if that's a soft foreshadowing that she's a clone?
Yeah, that's getting a lot of traction here recently.
Yeah,
and it's common. It's a common thought that it's a Palpatine clone,
a female version.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell you that this is my issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a clone.
Well, no,
right?
No. Well, biologically speaking, everybody starts out female until there's an enzyme. Introduced.
I don't think that's the way they're approaching it.
But it's easy to say this is a clone that they made that like the male clones wouldn't survive, so they made it a female clone because this is asexually reproducing.
It
depends on
that
how
was
big
a
your pocket.
They're going to have to do a lot of explaining for that.
But it's not.
That was that's a hard enough for me to swallow.
But you have an X and Y chromosome, so just taking both your X chromosomes and you're a girl.
No one questioned
but that's not a clone, is it?
No one questioned it when
Because
X-23 was a
if you were to
clone
clone
of
me,
Wolverine.
we'd have to take the X and the Y.
No.
Bobby, do you question X-23 when she was a clone of Wolverine?
I think that's dumb too.
No, I mean a clone is just a.
I've been thinking that's dumb.
It's asexual reproduction.
Yeah, I'm not on board with that. I mean, like, it's been getting some traction recently.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
Regardless if you're on board with it, it's still theoretically biologically sound.
It's theoretically biologically.
If you're a male,
sound in the terms of possibilities. But I feel like for me that's a bigger
I would agree
leap.
with you if it was a female that they cloned into a male. That's a little bit harder.
Okay, let's make
I don't
sure
think.
we're
I think you're
keeping in
applying
mind
more
this
science
is-
to Star Wars than Star Wars applies to itself.
That's probably true.
Because this is a
That's
soap
probably
opera
true.
in space. But I mean, how many clones?
Fantasy soap opera in space.
How many clones did they make of Django? I mean, literally, have they ever stated
clone,
how many
clone is
clones?
definitely
All
in
men.
in the universe.
Huh?
All men.
All men are clones of Django Fett. Fair enough. So, I mean, the
We can
technology is
argue
obviously
so
there to do it.
Yeah, but
and the
no,
relationship.
they didn't make any women out of them.
Well,
even
maybe
if,
nobody asked them.
Even
They're
if
actually
she,
all identical.
But
Maybe
even
it's
if she's a clone, doesn't mean she's a clone of. She could just be a clone of whoever Rey was, and they cloned her a bazillion times.
So
She's just a vessel.
The more common theory applied to it is just that there was a. It's not even that it was a clone of Palpatine, but it was just that it was a embodiment. It was a capsule, and that was cloned over and over again for him to jump into in a case of an emergency. That I can jump into more than just this is a clone of Palpatine.
Yeah,
you know,
or it might have just been the perfect, like you said, like vessel clone that they engineered. It just happened to be a woman. Like the female fetus is more stable
because they asked. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how. It
Didn't
pans
it
out,
start off because the director said that her parents is obviously it's in the movie? Didn't that how whole thing with the clone start?
No. The whole thing with the clone started with the
snap. No, I know, but wasn't he interviewed recently and he said it's more than obvious than who's her parents in the movie he made.
No,
but everybody's like, "What are you talking about?"
No.
JJ said her parents.
But
said her parents aren't
but
even
not
in the
recently. He hasn't spoken on her parents at all recently, except for the fact of we are honoring The Last Jedi and expounding upon it. That's all he said.
And you heard about this Vader's dad in the comic book?
It's Palpatine.
Yeah. It was forced.
Yeah, that's
so now they're saying this. It might be her. She might be born the same way.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be, that's not getting any traction. So the Rey clone theory has traction, and the Rey half sister has traction. But those are the only things that have traction at the moment. And I think that they're both feasible. I think it's feasible that they did both, and they're waiting to see what they want to do with it.
Bring it up.
In game it.
Yeah.
So same thing. I kind of saw something. So I went back and I watched that cave scene. So when you look at it, it's actually not her. So the camera, like, pans.
It's an image of her.
So you're actually seeing the reflection side of what she's actually looking at.
Mhm.
And instead of all of them snapping at once, like it was a reflection, they snap in sequence.
Yeah, delayed into the future.
But then there's also like when she says like, "I see my parents," like the two of them, that they're actually based on Han and Chewie.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
My other question requires a bit of backstory first. On occasion, I deep dive YouTube, as I tend to do. I viewed some interesting videos and related to the Marvel comics being written about Vader, where the following premise was given. Were the Sith that came after Darth Bane weaker than the ones that preceded him? The case made is during one of the issues, Vader faces of against an ancient Sith returned from the dead, or Force, I guess, and mocks him for being weak, because in his view, every Sith that came before Bane sought to fulfill the grand plan of killing the Jedi and creating the Empire, where the Sith of old sought to further... Dude, you need some punctuation in this shit. Their power and knowledge of the Force. I wish I could recall what issues they were, but that said, what are your thoughts on that? I don't know if I have any thoughts on that. I think that... I don't even know what is canon anymore regarding Bane.
I mean, is the Sith Empire still from the old Jedi that like kind of broke off?
That's still not canon.
Okay, then fuck it. Let's move on.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing is like I don't think any of that is canon
That's
anymore.
the one
Like,
thing about. I was thinking about it the other day. That's the one thing about Star Wars that Disney I think fucked up on. Is just they should just left the EU as an alternate universe. They should have. Like the fact that they're telling like nobody has an issue with 15 different versions of Batman. Nobody has an issue with that.
I do.
No, you don't.
I really fucking do.
You have an issue of watching The Dark Knight Returns.
I have an issue with all comics now.
The
Because
Dark
of that.
Knight. So you can't watch The Dark Knight and then
I didn't watch BBS.
and then go watch the animated Justice League and be okay.
I didn't watch the animated Justice League either.
And read Long Halloween.
I hated Long Halloween. Well, I hate it. I did not like it.
Joe, you don't like it.
That's the thing, like I don't think it fits Star Wars either. But like
they don't need like they just said like, hey, listen, this is an alternate.
The thing is, I watched a YouTube video, and I'm going to do something similar here soon, but like, and really pin it down. But like, where Disney would have to create a film in order not to impinge on the EU, and it's next to impossible.
They don't have to impinge on it. They just say this is an alternate. This is an alternate.
No, but I'm saying I don't. So I already disagree with that premise, like because I don't want it. I don't like the idea.
So you rather them say no, this is just a legend?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't like the idea of alternate universes.
But then the legend never happened.
Correct.
Because the books are all bullshit.
Most of the books are bullshit.
We talked about this earlier.
Most of them
like
are.
One of them you couldn't finish reading.
Like Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command are fucking great. And then the Legacy of the Force books are fucking great. But pretty much everything in between them is not good.
You see, you don't like to use Vong stuff.
No, I don't like to use Vong stuff. I don't like Truce to Bakura. I don't like The Last Crystal. I don't like The Last Rebellion. I don't like the
Jedi Academy.
That doesn't take. I think that might be better, but I don't like a lot of that either. Like a lot of it is bad. A lot of it is really bad. Like there's some cool characters that come from it, and then they do some cool shit with those.
You don't like Jaina?
No, I love Jaina, but but that's Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising,
there is
Last
no Jaina.
Command.
Jaina doesn't exist.
Yeah, and that's a bummer for me.
Sucks
because they took the best parts of the EU, and those had to go as well. That's the problem.
Yeah, but all they have
if you made 100 EU things,
yeah,
and 6 of them are good,
yeah.
Unfortunately, the 6 have to go with the other 94.
But all they have to do is say, this is a different. This is a different story.
You kill one to save 1,000.
This is a different story. They don't even have to address it.
I mean, it could be an alternate universe in your mind.
It could be.
So let it be. If you
not.
need it, I don't want it to be.
They say no. This is a legend. This is not alternate universe.
Yeah, I'm better with that.
Yeah, it sucks.
I prefer
Where
it.
are we going?
Hang on.
Moving on.
No. Go ahead.
So kind of
watch your stance here, young man. Don't blade your body to me, goddamn.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. You have a stool like that in your house?
I'll get one.
Because every time you sit on that stool, even if it's a different position, no, put the foot back down. Even in that position, it looks fucking cool, man. You look fucking cool in that stool. Go for it.
Cool stool.
Cool fool on a stool. Cool fool on a stool.
Name of this podcast.
Disney, I thought it was going to be Vibranium.
Even before Disney bought Star Wars and Lucasfilm, they were already messing around with everything, and I mentioned this in the last Force Sensitive episode. Everybody should go listen to that. And
on the Nerd Rage Podcast Network.
That would be all the Dark Horse comics and novels, the way that they would portray things, in particular the Mandalorians. And then you look at the Clone Wars cartoon, which came, in some cases, that's just a couple years after the comics. You know, these are comics that were from 99 to 2005, detailing the Clone Wars before they were tying up everything and turning it into miniseries and then new ongoing series. But then the Clone Wars movie comes out, the series comes out, and it undoes a lot. It retcons a ton.
So let me.
I think we're used to retcon.
But let me ask you a question.
Because
Adam has never read the EU and he loves it.
Okay.
I've read some of the EU.
You and I have read the EU, and we have mixed feelings about it. So, like, what is your favorite part of the EU?
Probably that stretch between the Clone War movies.
Mine too. What is your second favorite part of the EU?
Heir to the Empire trilogy.
Mine too. What is your third part of the EU? I'll tell you mine. I'm
KOTOR.
KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. That's the three. That's the best three things that came out of the EU. Like a lot of the EU shit is trash.
Okay,
it's better to just forget it. Like a lot of it is really, really bad.
So you're willing to give up that 6% for the 94? Quick math.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Move on.
And you thought I was a monster for doing 50-50.
No, 6 for 94? No. Dude, you know what I got on my fucking test I took? 56. All right, I gotta save the rapid fire for last. Paul C. Can't believe it's been 200 episodes. As a longtime listener,
God, I can.
And someone you have definitely made feel like part of the team, I thought I'd share my path to NRR. I know that when it comes to the Cool Table Network shows, most people start with SCU and then progress to NRR. I'm not sure that's the case anymore, but for me, it was the other way around.
I think it's ever the case.
Particularly, it was the Deadpool review that got me started. Almost exactly a year before that episode, my father passed away. That time was tough enough, but 9 months after that, my mom passed away. Jesus Christ, Paul.
Come on, Paul.
Come on, Paul. Brighten up, will you?
Jesus. Tell us his dog died yet next. God damn it.
Moved cat. The kind.
Is that an Asian joke?
Yes, but see, the beauty of that joke is also that I think he has cats.
He does, but you shouldn't put that bad mojo on it.
No. I want your cats to live forever, Paul. Clean up that fucking...
They will eat you, though.
Yeah.
They could.
That kind of double tap was pretty brutal, but after a difficult 9 months for all of us, Mom's passing was definitely for the best. 3 months later, I came into work to find out that I had been laid off from my job for nearly 10 years.
Jesus.
Dude.
It's a triple whammy.
Look, anybody out there that's feeling at the end of their rope, Paul C fucking made it. Let's make some noise for Paul C, goddammit. Needless to say, it was really a tough 366 days. My mind spinning after what had happened, I decided to watch...
leap year or something?
Yeah, super leap year.
God damn.
Every 23 years.
I decided to watch Deadpool.
Oh, it's math, so I trust him.
I wanted something... in your bag. You're in your bag. I'm okay with it. I like it. My mind spinning after what happened, I decided to watch Deadpool. I wanted something fun and mindless to take my mind off of things. Like everyone else in the world, I loved the movie, but I wanted to talk to someone about it. I needed to get all my thoughts and feelings out, but all of my friends were still working. There was no one with whom to discuss this cinematic masterpiece.
Yes.
You got to relax.
Hey.
I agree.
Don't disrespect my people.
I started looking for YouTube reviews and came across the one on the Skullface channel. It seemed like a lot of fun, and I liked the rapport between Bobby and Adam. Why not check out this Nerd Rage they had mentioned? Cut to 4 years later, and I'm still listening, still submitting questions as the baby allows. I've made dozens of friends through the show. Don't
let your baby be excuses for not getting your shit in on time. All right, goddamn it. Don't do that.
You're one
baby.
Listen,
Leah, listen. When you have two, you can try that shit.
Yeah,
maybe
no
three,
doubt.
not with one.
People I look forward to meeting every year. The nerd stuff was definitely the hook, but what drew me to NRR was the rapport between the hosts. It's obvious that Adam and Bobby were family, and as they got to know each other, as they got to know each addition to the crew, the family extended. Like family, there are arguments, there are gripes, but there is always love, and it was that love that I really gravitated towards. I was in a tough spot personally, and hearing your family dynamic really helped me through a tough time. You guys will never know what that meant to me, but hopefully submitting a stupid question each week and being a Patreon, allows me to give back in a small way. All right, here we go. Did anyone park their Dodge Caravan outside again? No, and Gary did not show up. Should we call Gary?
Yes, please.
Get to the bottom of this.
Is this kitchen put back together yet?
No. God, no. He's working on the bathroom now, too.
All right, let's call him. We got to get him on the show somehow, some way, right?
By hook or by crook?
By hook or by crook. He already knows. Trust me, he already. When he sees this,
fuck this, fuck this guy.
He's gonna swipe.
Fucking Bobby. Voicemail, motherfucker. Voicemail, cocksucker. Keep calling his ass. He's got an iPhone. If he silences it, you keep on calling, it'll fucking ring. Even if he's on Do Not Disturb.
That's a stupid feature.
No, it's like an emergency feature.
Reach Gary with message.
What's his number?
At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Ray and Jake Lloyd as Anakin Skywalker are the greatest Jedi of all time.
Oh, no. In 48 hours is garbage.
Oh, should I fuck? God damn it.
You
You're
fucked
right.
up. Call him back. Call him back. It's
All right,
funny.
let's call him back.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, PS.
What was it? Lethal
Do the
Weapon, right?
PS. That'd be great.
Dude, and Golden Child is the best Eddie movie ever. Yes. My dear brother Numsy.
Dude, Golden Child is great, right?
It is a great. Very
No, it's
funny.
not great.
It's great.
It's amazing. See a little half naked, he's a naked man running around.
$100 bill. I'm gonna roll your ass till
Yes.
it bleeds.
Yes.
Till it bleeds. Row you till it bleeds. God bless, gangster.
Do you have that idea?
Reach Gary with message.
At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Also, Lethal Weapon is the greatest cop movie of all time, and The Golden Child is the greatest performance by Eddie Murphy of all time.
Fuck your kitchen.
All right. In the last 100 episodes, a lot has changed. What is something that you've learned in the last 2 years that you wish you had learned, implemented sooner? This can be with regards to the show or personally. Let's keep this to us four. What do you got, Joe?
I don't.
I learned.
I learned something?
You're like, I haven't learned a thing.
What I've learned in the last 2 years?
I've actually gotten dumber.
Probably. I learned that it's nice to have new equipment from Patreon. We still haven't had a soundboard yet.
I know. No, you're right. You're right. I got to get on that. What about you, Chris?
Well, I mean, I've been around for a cup of coffee, but I mean, I don't remember what my first episode was. It was in December, and we're in July basically now, so 6 months.
It's only been 6 months?
Yeah. Because I came on as a you guys brought me on as actual cast member, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel you were here.
That was Adam's. That was Adam's idea.
Yeah. Well, he's got a plan.
It's all part of a master
It's all part of a master plan.
Exit strategy.
Oh, yeah. I'm always six moves ahead of y'all.
Yeah, I mean, just I started another show right around the same time as you guys started this one, and been drag racing to see who would get there first. You guys have never missed a week.
Well, actually, we're cross 200 because we do bonus episodes.
No, exactly.
We're looking at 250. Yeah, someone brag about it. Not us.
Well, we won't. Listen, nobody's measuring dicks here. Okay. Yeah. Good. I don't know.
8 inches on a good night.
Yeah. Well,
that's what God gave me.
That's right. That's if you've done sit-ups and not drank any water that day, right?
No. That's just if her mouth felt like a car wash.
I've learned. I'll tell you what I've learned, and I should have learned a long time ago, is some sexual preferences of these gentlemen that I don't necessarily need to know. Of course, you all know that as well.
Hey, you don't know everything, Mr. Smarty Pants.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Don't move your hips like that while you're talking to me, Adam. Don't ever move your hips. Hey, that way.
He does.
Look at this shit.
Not the sway. He does this during the show. At a certain point during the show, he'll stand up and just
doing my stretches. Did you learn that on?
I still owe 20 minutes yoga tonight.
What's it? Scruffy or what is that?
And I got to get home soon.
Okay, you guys have been here the whole time. You should be the ones answering this early.
God, in 2 years, what have I learned?
For me, go ahead.
So much. So much.
Adam hates women.
Yeah, and don't forget the blacks.
Honestly, you know what I've learned? I've learned how to it has helped shape the way I communicate. Honestly, like it has helped me be like, man, like I can't always use the sledgehammer. Sometimes I have to approach it with like what do they do in the garden? That little, it's like a little wedge. It's like a shovel, but it's
Spade.
a spade. A spade. I got to use a little. Dude,
that's actually,
I have an off-air story.
Actually,
about
the
that
spade.
word.
Whoa!
I am so sorry.
No, you're not. The spade is a spade thing is a reference to a shovel.
That's
true.
It's
a fact, historical fact.
Look, shoulders like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. How you like me? Hey, how you like me now?
So look.
Like
But no. Like even when the conversations have gotten rough, and it's wanted me to slam my head against the wall, I've still walked away with it like maybe I came at it wrong.
Is that the same way you walked away with that $100.83?
85 cents.
I paid that money back.
I know you did on the spot,
dude.
That was the most uncomfortable episode, wasn't it?
Dude, it was the best.
It was awkward,
right?
And I've broken down.
Sorry to bring that
I've
up,
broken down that payment into several Patreon things that he didn't know about.
Oh, okay. There you go.
There's one in there for $37.37.
And that's all I got. That's probably the biggest thing that I've learned. And you know, and also, I mean, there's countless of other things. Like, it's hard to balance the show shit and the friendship shit. Like, I know that's difficult. Like, and I wish I could balance it more, but you know, I know you have a busy life. I got a busy life, and it's what it is. That's what it is. But the communication element is probably what I've walked away with most constructively.
Okay, let me ask you guys this question: would you guys be as good of friends today as you are if you hadn't been doing this for 4 years?
I don't know.
I think so.
I think we'd
maybe better.
Did you see each other every week?
See, I think there's a conversation for that maybe it would be better, but I also think that maybe we would be communicating less and knowing each other less.
That's what I'm getting at. Before doing this, how often did you guys see each other?
See, I would disagree with that. We saw each other a pretty good clip.
Every but nowhere near as frequently as we do now.
Yeah, but there's definitely like this is like. You ever heard the term "your work wife"?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It has evolved, and it's not a bad thing necessarily, but it has evolved into like at least for me.
Until you start fucking.
Well, I will say this about podcasting in general, and I think most everybody that does a show or has done a show will appreciate this. Doing this in person is a completely different experience.
100%.
Doing the Skype, Google Hangouts.
That was pulling teeth to make it happen,
and it was him.
Yeah, that was pulling teeth.
Well, thank you for that, because this is
no. I'm just going to sit in my house with my Skype. It'll be fine,
and it makes a world of difference.
It does. Yeah. Especially location.
Everybody's here right now.
Yeah.
That's the rule.
Yeah.
That's the rule. Jisk's grandfathered in.
Yeah, with a few exceptions, you got to be here to be present. My dad, Jisk, and Gary.
We didn't get Gary on the phone, FYI.
Yeah, I'll try. Now to the serious question: marry, fuck, kill. If it removes the awkwardness for this question, you can leave the kill. No.
No.
For each of you in the room,
oh God,
we got to run through this, gents.
Top or bottom?
Would you marry? Who would you fuck? And who would you kill? Is Uncle Dolphin the most bangable? Does Bobby's bacon technique make him the ideal husband? Does everyone want to kill the machine because he's just too good at everything? We listeners need to know. So of the Nerd Rage crew proper, which Evan has not been fully able to commit to, and neither has Shoulders, and Shoulders was invited to the original Nerd Rage.
Facts.
Whoa. And I tried to invite Evan, but Evan can't commit.
Whoa there, son.
And then my wife tried to get you a house, and you bought one 2 doors, which is very African American of you. You bought one 2 doors down the street, which Shoulders has done multiple times. Shoulders is the only person that's moved and not need a moving truck. Marry, fuck, kill. So I marry Adam. He's got good benefits.
That's a fact.
I fuck Joe because he's in that freak shit. And I kill Black Phillip.
Put him out of his misery.
Where's the mic? We're going around robin. Dante.
Marry, fuck, kill?
Yep.
I married the shit out of Adam.
God damn.
Like, we got a lot of similarities, I think.
Dude, we could fucking go do jiu-jitsu together.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
I'd fuck Joe because I like Asians.
Everyone's gonna fuck me. I'm
You're
down.
just a piece of meat.
You're a beautiful man.
In my makeup though, right?
Fuck yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't think about that.
Passion.
Game changer. Game changer. Dude, tape those titties up together. Yeah, I'm down. Wear that blonde wig, Joe.
I'm more in than ever.
Closest to Betty J you're gonna get.
You know, I like that. I like that shit.
My kill. Sorry, Chris. I mean,
Damn.
it would be a
It might
challenge.
be a little challenge,
Yeah,
at
so
least.
that's why.
Yeah,
'Cause,
okay.
Like, I'm in for the thrill.
I'm down.
So, like, I might lose, and I'm into that shit.
Oh, he's got a mic.
No,
I'm going last. I gotta think about this.
Okay.
Oh shit! I don't know if I could kill anybody.
Oh, for fuck's
But-
sake!
well,
Joe.
hold on.
Ooh, I got
Pass the mic.
I got a good
Born
one.
again Christians in the house.
No. I have to agree with fucking Joe.
Oh my god.
Joe, you're gonna get railroaded, dude.
Train me.
And I'm not into dudes, but you're the prettiest one here.
I'm gonna teach you how to hold a fork and knife. then how to eat with your mouth closed.
Don't make me Alex Trebek, you man. Come on.
I'm a vicious top, Phil. I'm gonna let you know.
I'd have to marry Bobby because he's passionate. So
I'm a catch.
All right, kill. Ah, damn.
Just fucking say it, dude. You're eyeballing it.
If you don't know who to choose, the answer is Black Phillip.
Yeah, Black Phillip, man, because he disappeared. He's trash.
He's not here.
And I wanted to talk to that dude too. Now he's not here.
True. Joe?
Joe's
Yeah, he's off.
Marry Adam. He's an obvious choice with his benefits, and he can paint my shit. I can nag him.
That's true.
I'd be like, "Hey, Adam, paint my shit." Fucking is a toss up between Dante and Bobby.
Thanks, buddy.
Like, Bobby's freaky, but Dante's got the BJJ moves. And
yeah, hold it down, make it work for it.
Joe wants somebody to put it on.
And on my checklist,
I don't think so.
Why is my mic not working?
Hello.
Oh, I did turn it down.
He's just messing with.
I mentioned the other mic down.
And like,
passing it.
I've never slept with an African American person, but I have with every other race. Okay.
He hasn't got his Rainbow Coalition card checked off yet.
Hey,
I love that answer so much.
I'm being honest. We're being honest here, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
No,
so
I'm
like
not judging you.
So he's got that on top over you. So I would have to fuck Dante.
Yeah.
All right, you got one more.
I'm with the shits.
I killed Black Phillip. Okay. Because it's funny and because also like where the fuck is he?
Because it's funny.
He has disappeared.
Oh, you weren't here to hear
Mr.
where he's
Manning?
at. You don't know.
I think I just fuck you all. That's it.
Fair.
Fuck it. Have a party.
King of Wakanda.
I would marry Adam.
Oh, you
Everyone's marrying Adam.
You guys be beefing night and day.
I don't. You know what? You
That's marriage.
You give us 10 minutes. We got it worked out.
That's it.
I would love for that.
Joe is getting the dick. Like
I can be bottom.
Getting dick down.
It won't be the first time he's been pegged.
It wouldn't. It
It's something about
not even the first.
smoothness, I
Not
think.
even the second person. Shit.
I told you he's into that freak shit. I like Joe for that.
And I'd have
Probably the fifth.
I like Bobby and Chris too much. I'd have to take out Black Phillip.
All right, I'm definitely fucking Adam. Because of little hip action he was giving a little while ago.
That's right. Hey, Mike, you're on my short list as well. Because we can sit there and cuddle and talk about Superman. I could trace it on his arm like this.
This is the.
There you go.
How fucking awesome is that answer?
I'm going to marry Bobby.
My man.
Can you hear me?
My man.
I'm gonna marry Bobby because he's passionate. I'm gonna kill Dante. Hold up, I'm gonna tell you why. Because after I fuck Adam, I'm gonna kill myself, and we're gonna have a good time wherever we wind up.
Appreciate you.
Damn it! You stole my thing. God damn it!
That's what happens when you go last.
I
man.
know. Fuck.
Pass it off to Ty Guy. Ty Guy, you gotta get in this.
Oh, I thought this was
No, this is everybody. You're here. You got to answer this shit.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
That's the best.
All right, Chris, you go.
Chris, you go watch.
All right, I'll go. So I'm gonna marry Joe.
Oh, marry me.
Because he seems so romantic.
Mm.
And
I don't celebrate anything.
That's dude.
I celebrate every day.
Thank you. I'm gonna fuck Dante while he's trying to kill me.
Get that out of the way.
And I'm gonna kill Marilyn Phil because I don't want to hear about dinosaurs.
You're gonna
anymore.
kill them both.
Yeah.
Hey, the dinosaur kid is out.
Yeah.
I like that.
Don't make room for somebody.
Yeah. See, I want to make room for Jimmy, so I'm gonna kill the dinosaur kid over here.
Hey, he's got more to offer than I do.
That's
Tyler,
right.
Tyler, what you got?
This is so.
Pass it off. MP Collector.
I'll go. So I'm going to kill Black Phillip. That's the easy answer.
Yes.
If you only knew.
Black Phillip.
I'm going to marry Chris.
Oh, hot damn.
I can picture you and me growing old together, watching Umbrella Academy.
Yes.
Fall in love with this unbelievable franchise, this transcendent franchise. And I'm going to say for the fuck Bobby, it'd have to be you.
Dude, I'm a vicious top.
You're throwing out this 8-inch thing, and
if your mouth is like a car wash.
Apparently, on a good night, on a Tuesday. And if you're going to do it, go all the way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Shit.
Gord, you looking cool in that seat?
All them compliments.
I'm going to marry Joe. So I want to learn more about anime and get in on all that.
Oh, yeah.
I like
You have a
cosplay.
choice every day.
That's cool. I'm going to fuck Bobby.
Dude,
but I'm wearing the mask.
And we're in that seat.
And I might have to kill Dante before he kills other people. He's always out to choke somebody.
Raul, what you got? This somehow is going to be the best one.
So I'd probably kill.
He's chopping at the bit.
Kill Dante.
Dante, target.
He's a threat. Joe and fuck Bobby.
Give it back to Tyler. He's got to go.
Yeah, Tyler's got to go. I feel like people think I'm giving it up. I'm not a slut. I'm not a man.
All right, you got a little wine and dine you a little bit?
I'm going to make you work for this.
Just get him a box of wine and you're good. That's the trashiest truth of the night.
All right,
let's
see. Kill Phillip. That's easy.
That's easy.
Probably marry Chris. We already hang out on Mondays, and we both like sneakers. I got Star Wars Hot Toys. He's got Marvel, so we can put the collections together.
Nice.
Perfect.
And then probably fuck Adam. He's got a pretty mouth.
That was great.
All
right, Adam, go for it.
I'm marrying you. So I think we make beautiful biracial ass babies. I'm gonna fuck Bobby just to get it over with. All right, it's been 30 years. It's been 30 years in the making. And Joe, I'm gonna kill you because you want me to, and you can't do it yourself.
Oh my God, do me a favor, dude.
Doing you a favor.
Best.
All right. So to close it out for the night, the rapid fire 200.
50.
Yes, only 50 questions, but for episode 200. So everybody, feel free to yell out. Okay,
yell it.
It's all no.
It's A or B, right? Most.
Yeah, somebody hold that somewhere.
He said, "Ask Kiss time. This is my favorite show on the Cool Table Network.
Ask Kiss.
Every last one of you are really interactive with your fan bases. From Raul on IG, Dante on FB, and the DMs for the rest of the crew. Dude, don't be sliding up in my DMs unless you about that life. It's just great to hear real damn people with real lives who are into whatever it is we do as hobbyists. 50-plus questions, and I stole a handful of repeats from the shows past with the less than 3 hosts so that others could take a crack. Most of y'all know what to do. 1, Hasbro or Mattel?
Hasbro.
The Olsen twins or the Maori twins?
Olsen twins.
I suggest you Google who aged better.
Oh yeah, they look like fucking. They look
Wait a
terrible.
minute. Can I just have the one Olsen that's Scarlet Witch?
I'm going with the Olsen twins.
She's not one of the
She's not one of the twins.
I know, motherfucker. That's why I said I cannot have her.
They look shriveled the fuck up right now.
Do they?
Katana or broadsword? Katana.
Hey, fuck you, appropriating motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm a
You're not Japanese, Joe.
I'm a culture
Shut
vulture.
the fuck up.
Batshit insane leader, Serpentor or Galvatron?
Galvatron. Dude, like Galvatron.
Galvatron needed to be in therapy.
Yeah, yeah.
Command.
Crepes or pancakes?
Pancakes. Who fucks at crepes?
Me.
What if they're,
Okay,
what if
you're
they're Belgian?
foreign.
What
Make
if
them
they're-
real thin.
What if they're Belgian?
That's why you're on that freak shit. That's why you're on that freak shit, Joe. Hulkamania or Hollywood Hogan?
Hulkamania.
Hollywood Hogan. Man.
Really?
Yeah. The NWO.
Evan, what's your thoughts on Hulk Hogan?
So I'm going to come back for another podcast. In that one.
Hey,
All right.
hey, at least you know where he stands.
DC Earth 1 or Marvel 616? Earth 1.
616.
616 is the wrong answer. Microbrew or brand name beer?
Microbrew.
Root.
Brand name beer.
Root.
What's worse to walk in on during sex? Your siblings or your parents?
Ooh.
Your
Parents. I don't have any.
Your parents.
Which parents?
Which siblings?
And who are your parents having sex with?
You don't want to know.
Scruff.
The app.
Yeah.
Transformers G.I. Joe preferred cast sizes. A larger cast or a smaller squad based cast?
Smaller squad.
Larger cast. Waffle House or Denny's?
Waffle House.
Waffle House.
Yes.
Lenny's.
Cartman or Randy Marsh?
Ooh, Cartman. Yeah,
Randy.
Dude, you
That's
better,
rough.
you better
Shit, wait.
shut your mouth, bro.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, the shake weight.
I might have
Creme
to go.
fraiche.
I might have to go with Randy.
Yeah, man.
Get outta
The
here.
geologist.
Get out of here.
Insane in the Membrane. Nick Nolte or Gary Busey?
Gary
Busey.
Busey, yeah.
More interesting wrestling style. High flyers or ground and pound? I'm going with ground and pound. That should just sound good.
High flyer.
Our flyers is more interesting to the
Coffee, black or cream and sugar?
Black.
Cream and sugar.
black.
Hey,
See my wife.
hey,
Well,
give him.
black.
Hey, give
Black.
him his flowers while you can smell them.
Black.
All right now.
Dark and bitter. I like
Princess
my women.
Princess Peach or Princess Toadstool?
Ooh.
Princess Toadstool. King Koopa.
Peach is fucking Bowser. There's no question
King
about
Koopa or King Bowser? Koopa.
Koopa Troopa. I like Bowser.
Better Dolph Lundgren adaptation: Masters of the Universe or The Punisher?
Masters
Punisher.
of the Universe.
Punisher.
Olives, black or
Garden.
green?
Oh.
Neither.
Green.
Olives are trash.
All of the above.
He said Kalamata if you're a snob. All right, Joe. Here's one for you.
Oh shit.
Maybe Gort. I'm not sure, Gort. Not sure if I'm underestimating or overestimating. Gundam MK2 or Zeta Gundam?
Zeta.
Don't act like it's a no-brainer.
It definitely is.
It's Zeta.
He said the same thing.
Who did?
Yeah, me.
Gort, you're nerdy as fuck, dude. America's favorite son: Superman or Captain America?
Captain
America.
Superman.
I said Superman as well. Sorry.
I love Cap.
It's okay to be wrong sometimes.
I love Cap as well, but Superman is America.
No, Superman is Kryptonian.
Yeah,
No.
truth.
No. He's a representation of America.
I think Captain America is the best of us.
You know, you're not from here. You come here
You
against
wouldn't
your
know.
will. You in.
That's why we should have video.
Sleepovers. Did you prefer to go or have kids over?
Go.
Kids over.
Well,
I'm not saying. Wait a minute. I'm not saying have kids over for one. For two, I'm gonna say have friends over.
we would all rather go to Bobby's house. I can confirm that. Except we drank at my house.
Yeah, that's true. Screwdrivers.
Dude, that was, you think about that? That's fucking crazy. How old were we? 9?
No. We were in 6th grade, so 10, 11.
Yeah, that's still crazy.
And you're surprised about kids 9 and 10 doing what they fucking do now?
No, but I feel like we were ahead of the curve.
I didn't do.
We were getting fucked up. Like,
yeah, I mean, alcohol, like women, like it was all ahead of the sleepovers. Did you prefer to go or have squirrels or chipmunks?
Squirrels.
I'm going with chipmunks just because
squirrels.
I fuck with Alvin heavy.
They're all in my yard. Well, there was actually unrelated. Hang on real
They
quick.
have rabies.
I'm gonna let you finish. We have a squirrel mafia in our yard. They're like, there's a gang, 2 gangs that fight, and there was a hit. There was a dead squirrel in my driveway that had been pushed out of a tree, had a head wound.
Did you check the bodies like CSI squirrel?
I drew the chalk and everything.
So I ever tell you the squirrel story? Did I tell you the squirrel story?
You've said it on the podcast, but it's a great one. I mean, I'm down if you want to tell it again.
Are you guys familiar with the squirrel story?
I'm sure.
Go for it. That's enough. That's enough people.
Okay. So many moons ago, when my in-laws still lived in Mount Airy, Maryland,
where
you're from,
where I live,
my father-in-law had one day left the garage door open and he shut it, and there was a squirrel in there, and the squirrel went around and ate a bunch of like rubber and shit trying to get out, trying to find a way out. It actually ate his generator, the Swash generator. So when the power went out and he went to go turn on his generator first time, it blew out like half the electronics in his house. So we went over, and one day he's like, I got so many squirrels, I need to get rid of these fucking squirrels, man. So he had like a fucking like Red Ryder BB gun, like a real Red Ryder. I went out and bought him like a Gamco 5000, like crank barrel. You could barely get that motherfucker done. And so we went out squirrel hunting, man. And we're out there, looking for squirrels. Can't find one. He's walking in front of him in the backyard, and I see the squirrel. He goes up about 500 yards away from me, and I the Gamco, and I hit him. He falls down, falls a little bit more down, hits the ground. I'm like, I got him, Rick. I got that motherfucker. I go over there.
Rick is in his underpants, just to be clear.
Probably. So I go under there, right? And the squirrel, like, his tail's twitching, right? Like, I'm like, oh, shit. His head pops up, and he's like, front legs are doing this. Side to side. Back legs ain't doing shit. So I'm like, fuck, right? So I crank the Gamco. I put another one in there. I get right close up to him. Hits the ground. Head pops back up. My God damn, right? I fucking crank that motherfucker again. Get that motherfucker right to his head. Right to his head. Comes back up. I'm like, fuck. So, yeah. So we're not very far away from the fucking log pile in the backyard. Big ass, backyard. So I go grab the log. And I start wailing on the squirrel. The leaf litter is so high and it's so spongy, it just pushes him down the leaf litter, right? So finally I take the fucking blade of the log and I put it at his neck and I'm choking this little motherfucker out. I'm like, God damn, please just die. I'm so sorry. And like he's like bubbles of blood are coming out of his mouth, and his black eyes are staring at me, fucking judging my soul. And by this time, Rick has come and gone. He couldn't deal with it, right? So I stand up after his tail stops flipping and twitching, and I walk back, and the log drops in slow motion. And I walk back to Rick, and I'm like, it's done. And I'm like, we got to do something. You got to at least like eat him or something. We got to make his death like worth something. Let's go eat this squirrel. And he's like, all right, we go back there. Squirrel's gone. Squirrel's gone. True story.
Oh man.
I'm driving back. I'm walking back to my car. I'm walking back to my car. There's 3 squirrels running underneath my car. Motherfuckers are chewing on my brake lines. Fact.
And I'll tell you, when you told me that story originally,
you're a monster.
You were saying how you were beating it with the log at that one point, and you were like, I was just saying to myself, God, take your faithful servants.
And they'll bark at you too.
Poor thing.
All right. You like working with your head or your hands?
Tree-dwelling hell spawns.
Hands.
What? Hands or head?
Head or hands?
Like your penis head?
Jobs, but
no. Like working.
I guess I understand your perspective. That's not what I prefer. Like pick this box up and put it over there. Like I'm your man. Figure out the fucking square root of this room. Go fuck
Oh, I
yourself.
thought no, talking about giving head. No.
Oh, getting. I thought you were getting.
No, either way.
I heard it was head or hands.
No. Do you like working with your head?
Hands.
I see where his head was.
Steak and eggs or chicken and waffles?
Steak and eggs. Steak and eggs.
Chicken and waffles.
This is a lot about where we came from.
Preferred Iron Patriot, Norman Osborn or James Rhodes? James
Rhodes.
NRR gets a 4-player arcade cabinet. Is it X-Men or TMNT? X-Men. Cobra Commander sidekicks, Destro and Baroness or Tomax and Zaymot?
Destro and Baroness.
Oh, yeah. For Baroness alone.
Hulk, dim-witted and destructive or smart and reserved?
Smart,
dim-witted and
destructive.
That's a tough one, man.
I like smart.
I do like some Professional Hulk about Professor Hulk, though.
Professional.
Yes. I like Incredible Hulk as well.
Jello, plain or fruit added?
Oh, plain.
Dante.
Cyber or Omega Red? Omega Red.
Who's Cyber Red?
No, he's just Cyber.
He's got a skin.
X-Men villain. He's trash.
The one that they ate up with a bunch of bugs, gave Wolverine back his adamantium?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Tekken Tag or Mortal Kombat?
Tekken Tag.
Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. No brainer.
Now you said Tekken 3.
Tekken Tag is
How to make orcs? 40K style or Lord of the Rings?
40K.
Lady J or Scarlet?
Scarlet.
Yeah.
Wine, red or white?
Red.
Of course.
I know. See right through you.
Lovable idiot son, Theo from Cosby or Eddie from Family Members?
We can't talk about Cosby right now.
Samurai Showdown or Soul Edge / Caliber?
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur.
Caliber. I mean, still around, if nothing else.
Cupcakes or cake slices?
Cupcakes.
I already know your answer. You're a cupcake eating motherfucker, man. That's a fact. You know that's a fact. Wait, Laura! If you were to serve Dante a cake slice or a cupcake, what would be your answer? No brainer.
No brainer.
No brainer. Bugs Bunny or Daffy Duck?
Bugs Bunny.
Ooh, that's a 50-50. Yeah, that's a tough one. Whose side are you on? Loyalist or Traitor Legion?
Loyalist.
Garfield or Heathcliff?
Garfield.
That lasagna Mac.
But who can win in a fight?
Heathcliff. Fuck him up.
Heathcliff from the
Street smarts, man.
He's from the streets. Mary J. Blige or Eve? Mary J. Blige. I don't even think this is a fair...
Yeah, those aren't comparables.
Combaticons or Stunticons?
Stunticons.
Steak and lobster or chicken and shrimp?
Steak and lobster.
Chicken and shrimp.
Tyler, you're fucked either way, huh? Can I get the turf and turf?
Tyler had to eat dinner in the basement tonight because we were all eating shellfish upstairs.
EpiPen was the correct answer.
SNES or Sega Genesis?
SNES.
I gotta go with Sega.
I had a Genesis.
I gotta go with Sega because I enjoyed more on it, but the shit that was good on SNES might be better than the stuff that was on Genesis.
When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this.
I couldn't picture it, no.
I got them all now.
Legion of Doom or the Brotherhood?
Legion of Doom.
I think I prefer the Brotherhood. The Voice of Bane, Spanish or English?
Ooh, I like a Spanish Bane.
Spanish. I like English Bane. Jackie Chan or Jet Li?
Jet Li.
I like Jackie Chan better.
Dude, I got my dick sucked during Rumble in the Bronx. That's a fact. In the movie theater. A chick named Shannon. Her parents, trash.
They were pretty crazy.
Obviously.
I would never have guessed.
They were pretty crazy. Didn't her dad kill somebody in Vietnam? Like, killed an officer in Vietnam? He told us that story.
Yeah, maybe.
You weren't there. You weren't there.
He was busy getting his dick sucked.
No, he gave some natives like some towels or whatever. He got caught like stealing equipment.
Smallpox. And
there was a fight that came out and he killed smallpox. He killed his officer.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, and got away with it.
And he didn't get discharged?
I mean, he didn't go to jail.
Yeah.
He got away with it.
Date night. Who picks, you or her?
Her.
Me.
Her. She will never decide.
Fair.
Dude, very fair. Batman voice. A voice changer in the cow or naturally changing his voice?
Voice
changer.
Naturally changing his voice because Conroy is my fucking Batman.
No.
When you realized you were the father, hey, shut that light off, or who touched the thermostat? Shut that light off.
Shut the light off.
Yeah, nobody touched my thermostat. Goddamn. Actually, my mother-in-law touched my thermostat.
Thermostat's too hot for my kids. They don't even know what it does or how to work it.
Sidebar: there were some kids in my house that weren't my kids the other day, and somebody touched the fucking thermostat.
Yeah.
And
Why are we even talking about this?
I about had a fucking come apart. I walked upstairs. I'm like, who is cooking fucking chicken in here? It's so hot. And it was one of those nasty ass kids that aren't mine that touched the thermostat.
Dude, I snatched them fuckers up.
Well, I used a proxy to have that happen, but yeah.
Last question,
dude.
53. Goonies or Monster Squad?
Goonies. Even though I love Monster Squad, and there's only one way to kill a werewolf.
I don't love Monster Squad, but I do love the Goonies.
What?
I
Last time you watched Monster Squad?
I never watched it as a kid.
Is that the one with Fred Savage?
I only watched it as an adult.
Yes.
I've never seen it.
And I like, and
ugly.
Dude, and we used to call the Squad Goonies. You know, like it's like, dude, Goonies is the shit.
I mean, I love Goonies. Goonies is like one of my most favorite movies, but Monster Squad's still an awesome movie.
So look, shout out to the rest of the Cool Table Network. You know who they are, and shout out to the Nerd Rage family, which is here tonight,
except for Black Flip, who's in Cambodia.
The Nerd Rage family is here tonight.
Notice is over.
Are we taking a glass down with a
No,
glass?
we're not. Not in this time of need.
We have.
It's true.
Hey, everybody donate a little money to his commissary.
We have Dante. We have Marilyn Phil. We have Uncle Dolphin. We have Mr. Manny. We have the King of Wakanda. We have Mikey Shoulders. We have Tyler the Collector. MP Collector is now honorary. Might as well. Like, he'll be back for 300 as far as I'm concerned. We have the co-host of Force Sensitive, Gort. We have the Machine, Raul. We have the Crashbox dry brushing white man himself, Chris Pinkerton.
Fair.
We have the guy who this whole show started with, from you and I having a discussion on the phone about Thundercats and He-Man as toys and saying people might want to hear this.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have you on it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time.
Great tits.
Flappy labias.
Tasty taint.
Velvety vagina. Stay black, y'all.
Pasty pussy.
Oh, you nasty motherfucker.
Awesome areolas.
I've got nothing.
Fuzzy nipples.
Protruding assholes.
What'd you say?
Protruding assholes.
I know that pain.
Wax booty holes, baby.
Come on, Raul.
Come on, Raul.
Counting on you. You can do it.
Say fuzzy gingivitis.
Fuzzy gingivitis.
Tight deck player.